All the characters died on the last episode.
So
Even the children?
Look, there was no other way for that show to end.
Yeah, it kind of.
Like The Sopranos, dinosaurs.
Yeah. See, it's the true accurate end that all media needs.
Follow it to the end.
I think so.
You know what?
What's up?
Look, that's how life works for most people. Why are you doing that at me?
Speaking of the inevitable end.
Speaking of the inevitable end, and I'm leaving.
Oh, we're doing this again.
We're doing this again.
All right. I'll pick the last one.
Genius figure.
Highest hosts.
Highest host.
I says,
All right.
uno, dos, tres.
You knocked me.
Well, I get a re-roll because I hosted last time. That's what Kyle said. That 20 doesn't count for shit. Watch this low number.
That's
cocked.
Oh,
Same
we got
as
rollies.
Sam.
We got
Right,
rollies.
we got rollies.
We got rollies.
I don't want to do it again. Come on!
All right, buddy.
What? I'll,
Get on up.
I'll take one for the team.
No! That's
You
it.
piss off.
That's it.
Get on up.
If you want me to do it, I'll do it.
Oh,
You're
God!
angered.
The tavern chooses its keeper.
Statistically, that should not have...
No, you rolled like 4 times.
It was your destiny.
Good evening, Earth, and welcome to Four-Sided Dive. I am Travis Willingham, your 15th tavern keeper.
Oh, 15.
And we have a very special program for you this evening.
Oh, that's phonetically spelled out. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna kick somebody's shins. Ashton's got a brand new bespoke hammer, and he's ready to pound some heroism down on the Ruby Vanguard. Will Taliesin Jaffe tell us what the switch does on his fancy new hammer? Let's find out.
Oh.
Oh, I thought that was it. But wait! There's more. FCG may have taken up smoking, but with 5 easy payments of 20 Changebringer coins, Sam Riegel will tell us what happens to his stress points when he tries to quit cold turkey. Ooh. But wait! There's more! How do we say this name? Tuyen. Tuyen of the Prism Emporium sent Chetney a mouth smack full of silver dust as payback for threatening her 30 million episodes ago. And I don't know about you, but this got me thinking about that age-old question, does a spoonful of silver dust really cure a broken heart? The answer is no. But wait! Stop, you bitch! I have more things to say! And Matthew Mercer has finally surfaced on Four-Sided Dive to answer the question on everyone's mind. Why? What the fuck, Matthew? Why? It just says shut up, and I was already doing that. I was like, I feel like I inferred the note before I
Go on that.
That was good.
Lesson learned.
But for the love of all the prime deities, has it always been in all caps?
Nope, just now.
Okay. But for the love of all the prime deities, both the good ones and the dickish ones, wait! There is more! Four-Sided Dive can bits. We want to take a moment to talk about our unofficial sponsor for tonight's episode, Four-Sided Dive's Canned Bits. Each and every can of Four-Sided Dive's Canned Bits is overflowing with ethically sourced, totally organic canned bits. We vacuum seal every single can with a special vacuum they use on the space shuttle to make sure the maximum amount of canned bits make their way into every can. You're gonna go bananas over just how many canned bits we can cram into these fucking cans. Smell the can. Now those are indeed some fresh fucking canned bits. Our very own Mappo is the genius behind these tantalizing canned bits, and we love them so, so much. And I'm not just saying that because Mappo is staring menacingly at me from behind the camera. You might be asking yourself, what are they? Are they a food product? A toy? An experimental beauty product? Well, the answer to all of these things is yes, but most importantly, Four-Sided Dive's Canned Bits is a lifestyle brand focused entirely on violently jam-packing as many canned bits as we can into these aluminum receptacles. So remember, when you're in the canned bit aisle, pick the canned bits with the can-do attitude. Four-Sided Dive's Canned Bits. We're doing our best! But wait, one more thing! No more things! Later, we'll be playing Superfight.
What is that?
I think it's a card game.
A card game?
Yes.
A car game.
Oh, a car game.
It's Demolition Derby time. Welcome to Four-Sided Dive. Let's do a fucking show!
Yeah!
But wait.
Oh no! No!
Welcome back. Let's begin the night with our open discussion segment. What the fuck is up with that?
Oh, God.
Listen, it's my choice.
Yeah, it's true.
So, Matthew,
Oh, God.
what the fuck is up with that?
Oh, God.
I'm gonna spit
All over you.
Please, just arc it over here.
So what? So this
Wait,
is everything from us coming together to the very last episode that we played. So man, we got all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Like what?
Well, apogee solstice.
That happened a long time ago.
Goodness.
But I guess we're seeing the effects of it now.
From two
so,
different groups?
I have a question for you, Matt.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
What magic doesn't work? All divine magic? Just sending? Just some divine magic that is far apart from each other? So, what's the rules? Do we know the rules? We don't know the rules.
We don't know the specific rules.
That there are rules.
There are some things that work, some things that are a little futzy, and some things that don't. Sending is definitely one of the spells that is very challenged to get through. It's kind of like a solar radiation scenario right now with the extended apogee solstice, where like the information of ascending doesn't quite make it through. More powerful spells and things that have direct connections to divinity work well in some locations and are more challenged than others. And other weird things.
Divine related to certain gods, did they make up certain spells, Matt? Are those gods dead?
What? No, it's...
Are some gods dead already?
Definitely a positive
Huh?
thing.
Are some gods dead already?
I mean, historically, there's two that you know were devoured by
I know, but I mean
Goth.
newly
It's
dead.
the safe answer.
Freshly dead?
Freshly dead grass.
I don't know. You should ask around.
Fair.
Okay.
Can you talk between if you had two people at different ley line crossings, would sending actually work there?
Like the Library of Congress, like just kind of over the.
Or yeah, or like a telegram. You just have to
Worth
have
a try.
It would be worth a try.
It's pretty ingenious for a game master to be like, only some spells don't work, and I'm not going to tell you which ones. That way, if someone says like, I'm going to summon fey creatures, you can be like, nope, that doesn't work. Sorry, I don't want to.
actually very, very smart. I wish I had thought of it that way. Could still do it that way, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I mean, predominantly, here's the thing. Information is the villain to tension and stakes. And so for certain facets of this story, somebody else's quote that I fucked up.
You made that up.
On four-sided dive.
There you go. But
Four-sided die.
Please don't make that the
Listen,
Not make
sometimes
this a thing.
inspiration hits. You just got to run with it. Run like the
to
wind.
me.
Right off a cliff.
Run like the wind.
yeah, primarily I wanted to present a scenario where you were kind of lost, worried, and unable to gain the information that is more readily available at those times, and kind of see how that changed the landscape of the world with a logistical reason that made sense for why that is the case. So after two, campaigns of being like, I wonder about this. I'll just cast a spell and find out about it.
Yeah.
To shift that up for a bit and kind of
That's great.
give that kind of, oh God, now we're running at suboptimal scenario. We don't really have the answer, nor do we have a means of contacting each other. Makes for an interesting flavor change for the tension.
Speaking of someone asking for and receiving answers, my character, Fresh Cut Grass, best character on the show, has been asking for guidance on occasion recently, even after Solstice, and has been getting responses. Does that mean that Fresh Cut Grass's god, the Changebringer, best god in the Pantheon, is the most powerful? Because everything seems to still be working with her. Is she more powerful than the others?
Does this mean that Fresh Cut Grass is now the champion of the Changebringer?
Oh boy, I hope so. I've never been a champion.
No.
Yes, you
That's the out and out cold fuck you no. Not maybe. Not dig a little deeper. Not explore that thread. Fucking no. Here's a coin, bitch.
You gotta earn that.
Amazing.
I've earned it.
Well, I will say, from my perspective, if there ever was a time where the deities are kind of all hands on deck, anyone listening and anyone that could be useful, now's the time to go ahead and rally who's available. And I think they've made a little bit of that intention and that intensity clear with some of those visions and interactions But yeah, they're under threat.
Sure.
And so while you've been kind of knocking around the outside gate of old Changebringer's realm, and they've been a little like, I'll let them leave a message, you know. Now they're like, listen, if you really want to help, shit's bad.
Okay. Okay. Yes, host of the show.
Question. Hi, Travis Willingham, fan of the show. I've watched it since 2012.
Thank you, Travis.
Do all of the gods have champions?
Question's so loud. Can you just?
Sorry.
Do all of the gods have champions?
Often they do, though champions don't normally need to be holding that office in times of peace. Some of them can, discard the title for a while and then be called when it's necessary. Some, it's a title for life. It depends on the entity. It depends on the god. Depends on the history. Sometimes champions are like, for a brief time, I've exalted you, and now you go do a thing for me. Cool, go back to being normal. Some people, it's a right hand scenario, like with the Matron of Ravens. It's a.
Or I was going to say, or like the Hercules, the Greek gods, and then they had their favorite, kids out there. Mm-hmm. Do the betrayer gods have champions still, or are they just very shut off from the world?
Oh yeah, no, they have champions. If anything, they're more eager to have champions because they're the ones who want to try and muck with and finagle things on Exandria to their advantage. And they, unlike the other entities that have open worship and have power through society, betrayers generally have to work a little more direct to gain the influence they wanted.
I'm looking at this wrong. Is lewdness a champion of a betrayer god?
Ooh, that's a cool theory.
Or is he just want all the gods dead? You know what I think FCG should do? We got to hunt down the Changebringer champion, and
oh, are there more than one champion?
there can only be one.
There can't.
You cut his head off, or their head off, and you take a sword and I've seen it in a movie.
It's just the rule.
I like that idea.
Yeah, and then you have to speak with a Scottish accent for the rest of the campaign. I think that's the rule.
Some gods have more than one champion.
Whoa.
But they have less import as it's more divided. Either they can put all their energy into one champion and make them extremely worthy and powerful, or they can disseminate that kind of intention against multiple people. And
Gosh, I wonder how things are going for the betrayer gods right now.
Thought bubble?
I was hoping.
We're doing a
I was
dissolve.
hoping to dissolve into you explaining what's going on.
Dissolve into a close-up.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, man.
Take two,
I
take
wonder
two.
what they're up to
Take
too.
Go to another one.
I wonder
Yeah, I
what's going on with the betrayer gods right now.
Look, we're breaking the mold here. We're changing.
They're just they're not doing it. Never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
Fuck
No,
my bit.
I bet they're doing.
My
I
bit.
bet they're having their own time.
Oh yeah, you bet they're having a good.
Yeah. This is.
I wonder.
This is an interrogation.
Tell all. This is tell all.
No, it is
like
not.
Sparky's from DoorDash. They're having a great time.
No.
Speaking of lewdness,
Yes.
the last time we saw Mr. Daleth was on the surface of Ruidus, yes?
Seemed to be that case. Yeah.
Yes, and he was.
It's all staged.
What the fuck is up with that?
He was with Liliana
With Liana.
and Odahan.
No, Odahan was not present.
Just Liliana. But it also seemed like Nightmare King was on a different part.
Ira was creeping
Ira
around
was
somewhere.
with somebody else, and they were marching through. Wait, was Ludinus and Liliana marching through the
They were
storm?
marching, and the Nightmare King met in a room with someone, and they looked like they telepathically traded.
Sure.
They had the skull.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then but Ludinus and Liliana were in a city marching through. Everyone was marching through. This is everyone's pose on Ruin.
Well, this heavy dust and
Bella
a lot
Lugos.
of hard things to push through. So yeah.
Okay, so they're there. They're where they want to be. What could that be? So they're in a city. There's no other people there.
Well, you don't know that.
Thing there.
It's true. It's true.
You just saw these shapes of structures in the middle of the dust.
They could be underground. That's
They
what
got
happens
where
when.
they wanted to go. They're going to see Perdathos.
Yeah, something is that it feels like they like ice cream scooped a part of Exandria, city and all, like encapsulated it in the moon with that divine gate lattice work and then sent it up. I don't know why it stopped there. Like it could have just kept going and
tried to put it-
Doomsday throw them into
tried to
space.
put it
Oh,
up.
really?
They tried to
Chunk it?
Chunk it entirely, and it just kind of got locked.
Oh, in orbit because of gravity or because something
They
stopped
were
it?
off a couple
They didn't have
decimal
enough power,
points.
maybe, because we fucked some shit up.
Well, the original
is 1,000
creation
years
of Ruidus.
Fine.
They tried
okay.
to chuck it.
No. Yeah.
The royal we.
Royal.
Yes.
Perdathos is like what? In there? In the city? Is the city under the backside of the moon? Like
We don't know. We got nothing.
How big is Prodathos? Prodathos could be as big as the moon, or just a little guy, a little cute
frog
guy.
and a top hat with a cane.
Yeah?
Hello, my baby.
I
Hello.
already got the mini for it.
Ooh.
For Prodathos?
For the tiny frog.
Oh shit! I was like, is it in the map room somewhere? Do you have a Prodathos mini? Prodathos?
It's just
Prodathos?
beach ball. It's a big red beach ball.
Yeah, I just spray painted it. I do not have a mini for Prodathos, no. Yet.
Inside check.
Doesn't work out.
Damn it.
I'd be impressed if it did. Like, oh shit, that's 24, I guess.
What else do we need to know? We went to. Do we have any Malayasmere questions for him? Did we?
There's no out of bounds here.
Yeah, ask anything. I'll respond to the things that I feel like I can.
Imogen's mom was up there.
Yeah, Leon was up there.
Who knows? I would assume that there's probably quite a few people up there at this point. That they've got like a little landing party and like have set up some sort of base. That's what I would do. Is just have like, 30 or 40 people setting
There
up
was
a.
Matt Damon planning.
I was going to say it's Matt Damon and potatoes all the way around.
Pooping on his potato.
Yep.
Poop potatoes.
They're also sending entities down.
Potatoes. That's bam.
Brought it.
Boil them, mash them, stick them on a moon. Sorry. Anyway,
I do feel bad we didn't get to see the Wolf King more. I feel like we should have brought that one out into the light after having seen the mini.
oh, that's fine.
We can always go back.
Yeah.
I got some
go-
places.
just hustle
I've got
with
some
Just to go
places to go
talk-
back. We can
Yeah.
got a bunch of places to go back to.
Now, where did you guys go? You went to Asilra. You fucked with the Dawn Father.
Oh, I saw this on a piece of paper. It says the loam and the leaf, because we all know what a loam is.
It's fertile soil consisting of clay, sand, and silt. Usually 40%, and 20%. Oh, I knew that off the top of my head.
No way Googled that about 25 minutes ago.
No, I'm sure.
The loam and the leaf was the group that you guys foiled?
Helped.
Helped.
Helped out.
Yeah.
They were a resistance movement within Hearthdell to the somewhat oppressive presence of the Dawnfather's temple.
And what do you think, Taliesin? Was the Dawnfather a good guy in this or a bad guy in this?
Very much a bad guy.
Really? But he's a...
Like having a bad day, or
No.
Was it man twisting his divine words and
No.
seeking? Okay.
But
No.
like, was it out of desperation? Like sometimes people do crazy things when they're put in a corner.
I think it was out of desperation the same way of like, No, I think it was out of desperation the same way of like, well, we're going to war, we're gonna need some materials. There's a bunch of people living here. What if they just weren't? So we're just gonna take all this and you're either gonna convert or fucking vanish. So yeah, they went
that's
in
right.
and were like literally.
Because you put into your boomstick a bunch of nuggets of something, but we haven't asked you what it was. Yeah,
where'd you find it?
What were the materials you wanted people to
Oh boy, that goes further and further along.
This is what this is for.
That's what this is for,
We can
yeah.
share info.
So yeah, what do I want to
We're
say?
trying to dive, you guys.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say. So yeah, we found these. We went into a cave because we wanted to go home, and going home in this reality means often going into a cave. Sure. Like you do. And we found these crazy fucking crystals that when you put magic in them, when you shot magic at them, it would scatter. It would it was almost a prismatic effect.
And that's why you kept holding your hammer in front of Imogen last game.
Yeah,
You thought it would like scatter.
Yeah, I've had a brief discussion with some of the spellcasters, kind of explaining to them what I think it's going to do. So
yeah, what do you think it's gonna do?
I think it should do what it did in the cave, maybe.
It could refract and/or send back, or any number of things. Well, you said chaos. You were all about chaos.
I'm all about gotta try shit.
So if someone was casting lightning bolts, it could split it into 6 maybe, and 3 of them hit where they want, and 3 of them hit somewhere else.
Maybe.
I have a ton of spells. I think you should use me as a guinea pig.
I'd love that.
I will cast inflict wounds into the hammer.
Well, I don't know if that'll work.
I don't think it will.
No, I think
but
that's
it's
a-
either that or minor image.
Well, I mean,
Or invisibility.
it's worth a shot.
I mean,
Visibility could be fun.
That could be fun.
Oh,
The other thing about the hammer.
I've done other
Touch.
things to the hammer too. The hammer has got a bunch of. I did a bunch
Did you
of.
describe how it looks yet in the game?
We had a very. You described a little bit of it, although it's being refined right now. But it's a bigger. It's a little
Bigger.
The shape of the head of the hammer is a little off now.
Yeah, we're like, suppose it was like a square glass hammer. That head is still there, but there's now like these almost like wing projections of the crystals on the sides of it that stick outward.
Like
On-
a more
on the
traditional war hammer.
Yeah.
On the back of it.
On either side of the.
On either, like it's got ears? Like it's got a little fish.
Oh
fish
yeah,
ears?
yeah, sure. Actually, that's not
even
half
more of
far.
a problem to be hit with.
But it's also the actual handle of the hammer now actually has like a little bit of, I want to say base technology in it, but there's like a little switch system. There's a little tech in
Like
it.
a little Hawkeye, like a
multiple switches.
One switch.
One switch.
switch,
And
yeah.
it's just on or off.
Yep.
And that's the prism effect.
No.
Nope.
Is it like Blade's sword? So
No.
if somebody picks it up and doesn't push the button, it'll make their hands explode?
No, well, that too.
Maybe.
But
What does the button do?
We should grab his hammer.
I will say that a couple people have tried to guess it, and so far only one person has been right guessing it.
Who was it?
That was Danny Carr.
Danny!
By the way,
One
Dan,
guess.
You were about to say something?
One guess.
Oh, it was dumb. But I was going to say that the one thing to remember about the crystals is that they also lessen the impact of the spell because the spell
it
is pushed
spreads
through. And so it doesn't do quite as much damage as it would. But invisibility could be interesting because you could almost say something like, well, it goes through, but invisibility, which lasts a certain amount of time, if it hits a couple more extra people, maybe that time is lessened, but they are all invisible.
Or maybe they
God knows what refined crystals will do
invisible.
now. Who knows?
Like they get partially invisible, but like their knee is still visible, and one guy's ear is still invisible, and Chetney's wang is still visible.
You see a knee wandering through there?
Wait, so do we have a name for this crystal? Like what it's actually called?
We don't.
You do not. Nobody,
we don't
nobody's
know
aware
its-
of its name or its
source,
presence. It
its
was
origin.
Well, its origin, at least, they discovered it kind of within this cave around the
We don't
Verdant
know Who
Tomb.
put it there or why?
What it comes from, pressure in time, an angel's toots.
Well, what they do know is that the cavern that it was in was referred to as the Verdant Tomb, was being watched over by a Hierophant.
Who has been trapped?
It's
or-
guarding the kind of long entombed, like crystal trapped spirit of a Gaudrashari.
Who, yeah. Was,
Oh, the way back Gaudrashars.
Yeah.
Oh.
That cave was interesting.
Oh. Can we go back there?
Oh yeah, no, we're
going back to
there.
lots of places, right?
We are actually going back there because apparently the interesting cult that I was born in is not that far away. So
Really?
apparently it's
Was.
Yeah,
Yeah, they said
you
that
learned
too.
a lot about yourself, and then also something happened to you that gave you a focus.
yeah.
You're on a path now.
I am.
You've got a goal, a purpose.
Do.
What's up with that?
God, I'm trying to think of how much to say that's not like too.
What changed you? I don't watch our content. Did it happen in the stream?
It did. It wasn't like a very loud moment, but it was definitely and it keeps getting very well backed up by
But
both.
you discovered something that had this, or was it a character interaction that?
It was a couple character interactions, not the least of which was watching someone try and murder all of us because of what we did during the solstice, which was kind of an interesting
Oh, the
experience.
guy from the Ruby Vanguard, or from
And then
Mordor.
Mordor, and then the whole thing at the with the Allfather and the
Dawnfather?
Dawnfather. This is my brain right now.
That's okay, dude.
Yeah, the caffeine's kicking in. Yeah, and then like finding out about the cult and a little bit about what they were trying to do, and kind of seeing a broader bird's eye view of my life, of Ashton's life, is starting to kind of make sense in a very strange way of like this repeating pattern and theme to who they are and where they came from and where they're going. And wow, I guess like the big thing is finally there's someone to blame, which it's much easier not to be angry at everything all the time when you can just be angry at a couple things. So
feels very-
feeling way better.
Instead of very devil-may-care, you're actually starting to care about your past and wonder about all those things.
Devil could care.
Devil
could care.
Ooh.
I specifically
I bring a lot to this show.
like it is interesting that I came from a group of people who had probably had a very serious opinion about what's going on right now. And yeah, maybe this was what it was supposed to be.
What would their opinion have been?
They were not about the gods. They were about the nature spirits and earth spirits.
The Hishari.
Yeah, the Hishari.
Or the Gaudrashari.
But the
That
Hishari
was trapped in the cave?
Hishari
Make
are
crystals?
knockoff of Gaudrashari.
From what I understand, they're a little more, I don't want to say weaponized, but they were definitely trying to like gain some power.
From what you could ascertain, and the way it was referred to from the druid that was there, who is the druid that you met, the Hierophant, Hevestro.
That's right.
I don't know if it came up, and it doesn't really matter so much, but they were a self, I don't want to say ostracized, but they went and they hermited from Pyra. They are a member of the Ishari, who is essentially assigned to this tomb to keep watch over it. The Hishari, which is not a given name, that was a name that they made for themselves to try and tether themselves to the history of the Ishari and the Gaudrashari. This odd cult. The other actual natural wardens of the Hishari tribes do not like that they did that. It's kind of like having this long history and tradition and culture, and then having a bunch of upstart, kind of pseudo cult young folk going like, cool, we're just like you guys, our name's just a little bit different. And you're like, no, fuck you guys. What the fuck is this?
Get your own thing.
And then they went and blew themselves up and they're like, yeah, it's fucking right. That's essentially the Hishari.
Yeah, it's interesting.
They're a cautionary tale in Isilra.
They definitely, and what they were trying to do is very interesting.
Yeah, should look into it more.
I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, just the very notion of having a focus for why life is shitty is really fascinating. So
Also, the better half of the group, otherwise known as Orm, Chetney, and Fern,
easy mode. Yes.
were granted. That was too fast. We were granted a vision by the Temple of the Matron of Ravens.
That was a really cool scene.
That was rough.
Yeah.
Time
And it
like
was
froze.
Vax screaming
You
as
mean
a-
the sphere?
as a ball.
Yep.
Yeah, I know he's Vax, Travis. I at least know that.
That's good. That's progress.
Yeah.
You gotta celebrate that.
He's like a bowling ball that can scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, I thought it just used him up immediately or something. He's just continuously being tortured.
Nice. Sorry. Liam's gonna watch this. Shit. No.
Should we have run a check to see if the sphere was any smaller or larger, to see if it was being diminished in its use?
That would have been a good idea.
What the fuck is up with that?
What the fuck is up with that,
That would have been
huh?
a really good idea.
Oh yeah, like if it's getting smaller and smaller, maybe there's a ticking clock and we got to get to it
There
before.
was a small digital clock underneath it.
Oh.
It's just counting down.
Like the 24.
Yeah,
little,
exactly.
little predator symbols. It was like.
Maybe that's it. Maybe we have to cut the blue wire or something before it.
Cut the blue. Put the green.
Yeah, no, we gotta get in there. We gotta get in there and diffuse that thing.
Yeah, just have FCG go in and cut the wire and save the day. That's it.
The
Campaign
best final
solved.
battle of a campaign. It's just like, all right, make a dexterity check. All right, no, you won.
Somebody with a rag to put, but you don't even sweat. You just want somebody to be patting your forehead for that.
But it's weird because tell me if you feel differently. It feels like we connected a bridge to where Predathos is, but not unleashed Predathos or gotten any closer. Like the road is just open. So they are ahead of us on that road. And if we tried to catch up, maybe we could. Maybe we could hitch a ride on the sky elevator thingy. These terms they're canonically accurate, Danny.
I'm here for Sky Elevator.
Skelevator?
So skelevator.
Elevator.
I think they just got access to now they have to go there and figure out how to unlock everything. Yeah, I don't think it's unlocked yet. That's my call.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not a skelevator. Maybe that was the white light. Maybe that was Liliana being like, "All right, let's go," and that was the white light.
Ooh.
So if they needed to
open
get
the door.
up there, but it's still locked, like Ludinus should be able to unlock the door from Ruidus, right? It's a divine mesh gate.
Yeah, it seems like he was trapped inside of whatever the sphere of Ruidus is. So if he can find like a seal, a door, a window that he has to smash,
Sudoku or
a
something.
mirror.
But he already built this crazy big thing just to make the Sky Evader.
And maybe to get access through the gold lattice work.
Not doing. Nope.
They go up
Punching
and
a
down.
hole through the wall to get into the
Rapid
prison.
ascension
Down.
and descension?
They go up and down.
Yeah.
But
Stalls at the top.
they just
Choke
they
point?
look which way they're gonna go and then come down.
Well, you got to do work at the top.
Gotta do work in the top.
My God.
You know?
Why?
Don't neglect the bottom either, you know?
Why?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Very inappropriate.
But he built this big thing, used it. He doesn't have another device to unlock the gate that we know of, right? We haven't seen any signs of him
don't know.
building a second thing or
Maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's just like do the old-fashioned sacrifice a bunch of people on a slab.
Oh.
A lot of options.
Oh, okay.
What I could say, at the very least, because it's been a bit, and it's good to clarify. The scope of what it seemed like he was wanting to accomplish, and the eventful speeches he gave that evening, the confidence of him seemed like victory was more imminent. A number of points of damage were sustained around the power source via intruding parties, as well as crashing skyships that drastically reduced the population of the Ruby Vanguard. So you get the sense that while he did succeed, it maybe wasn't 100% of what he was hoping to accomplish, and now they're trying to adapt and find a way to close that gap.
Got it. So this was supposed to open the pathway, unlock the doors, invite Predathos down, maybe, but instead, Predathos' coat is like, it's caught on a nail.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And he's got to go up and just like, bloop, get it off, and then he'll be free.
The gods that spoke to you, and I guess it would depend on, it probably would have been shared by your previous flame, Dana. But they were referred to, must not awaken, the red end must not awaken.
So he's either awake or he's not awake.
But he's still
quite yet.
asleep.
Correct. Don't wake daddy.
Don't wake
the
daddy.
theme
It
of the
all comes
campaign.
back to don't wake daddy.
Wait, Daddy.
So Ludinus and Lilian are marching to Predathos to be like, hey,
We made coffee.
for school.
There's donuts.
It's time. It's almost 8 o'clock.
I made flapjacks.
Fraggle Rock is on.
Oh,
And I think
More or
they're
less.
just-
More or less.
And they're just assuming that if they wake him up, that like Predathos would be like, thanks, I'm gonna go eat some gods now, and not just devour them and everyone on the planet instantly. They're just assuming,
Could be a
I
hibernating
think.
bear who eats the
Or they know
first thing
something-
it sees.
They know something that other people don't.
Ludinus is a very, very intelligent individual.
And
probably
old.
one of the smartest and one of the oldest, probably, one of the oldest on Exandria. So his confidence, given all these things, is worrying.
Well, you said one of the oldest?
There are entities in the realm that are older than him.
Not that are not like gynosphinxes and stuff? Like, should we be trying to find people older than Ludinus to chat with?
I think that they might just be tired. I don't know.
It's possible.
Just over it at this
Still
point?
around.
Just if they haven't
I've been
shown
around
up yet,
for forever.
they're out.
I can't die. I don't know what else to
knees
do.
hurt, my back hurts.
I got
I'm
goats.
just gonna sit here and watch Matlock till the world ends. At this
Go to
point.
Palm Springs in the weekends. That's all I need.
And we saw the voice of the Tempest.
Yeah.
She was rough. I gotta say, I loved the way that you described her in bed with open wounds that weren't healing, and she was wearing her antlers in bed for some reason. Take that shit off. Are
Nah,
they part of her
she's
head?
proud.
No,
She's too proud.
In my head, it was the last time that she laid down or collapsed. Like it was essentially whatever she was wearing. They kind of just let her lie there.
Sure.
She had too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
But also the open wounds. I kept thinking like, can't they at least wrap them up? I mean, that seems like it's fraught with infection if you just kind of leave them open like that.
More fun to describe them that
I
way,
know it is. It's such a better visual.
It's visceral.
But like, Yeah, she really.
Middle of getting her bandages
He
changed.
didn't even make
Correct,
us wash our hands when we walked in the
Druids
room.
get infections? Like, can't they just produce their own antibiotics?
They are immune to disease.
Yeah.
But are they when they've got this toxin on them that doesn't allow them to heal?
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's just Vaseline. Odahan was just like,
Oh God!
slice. Keep the wound wet. Yes.
If the druids are immune to diseases, how does the toxin work on them at all?
Well, it's a poison. It's not a disease.
A toxin is different than a disease.
Yeah. I appreciated Keyleth's decor, but also, what? She's got like all these paintings of like these horrible disasters in her life.
Tapestries?
Yeah, the tapestries. She's grim. She's got a grim streak.
She's been hanging with Percy. It's canon, so just saying.
Well, if you had asked about them,
They memorialize.
they memorialize big moments, but also most of them are gifts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, really?
And there are other things throughout the chamber and the House of Blood. We didn't get into too much detail about it, but there's a lot of things that are like collected or gifted from people to kind of like commemorate things and moments, and some of them are just memories. Some of them are, you get gifts that you're like, I mean, I feel obligated to show this off, because someone put a lot of time into this. Yeah.
My mother.
Well, it was her office adjoining her bedroom.
Is that right? I'm disappointed in you and Fern because you didn't steal anything.
I really.
You don't go into the president's bed boudoir and not steal at least 4 or 5 things.
Ashton had this very weird moment where they were, oh my God, she's fucking cool. Like, yeah, Ashton really liked Keyleth. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, this chick's great. I'm into it.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I stole a bunch of mugs
Really
from Skywalker Ranch.
In real life? In real life?
In real life, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
How many do you think?
They troll
Like
the
a handful,
internet for their
how many?
name. You're
I stole 4 because I wanted a
This
set.
goes out live to the internet.
I understand. I was at Skywalker Ranch, and they have like tea mugs there that say Skywalker Ranch on them that, for like voiceover artists or whatever people are doing up there. And I was like, I was there for 2 days recording, and every day I stole two of them. I wanted them.
Did you like sneak them out like handfuls of dirt as you're slowly like trying to pick your way through a
Shawshank,
prison wall?
the
Did you Shawshank these fucking mugs?
I had like a backpack, and I would finish my tea and wait till no one was looking.
Your pants are just baggy and clangy, like ceramic clangy when you walk. Like this dumb motherfucker.
He's got $1 million. He'll be fine.
What else did you take?
If
Just the
everyone
mugs?
takes a mug, eventually it does hurt. Everybody takes a fucking mug now.
What do we do if we get an inquiry from Skywalker?
Well, they don't watch the show, do they?
No.
No one tell them.
We'll be proactive. Here on Four-Sided Dive, we like to keep a closed loop community. Everything that's said on the show, we know we can trust you with.
Snitches get stitches.
Also, Sam, when did you take up a majority share of Dogecoin?
I found this shirt. To the moon.
Cute ass expression. It's just been staring out this whole
fucking
I
can't not look.
You gotta buy the dip. I found this shirt in Korea, and I thought it sort of looked like Omar.
Aww.
So I bought it for myself, not for you.
Shirt is someone else's dog.
You're so fucking weird.
Is this like a power move against your dog?
Weird, Sam.
Just to make
you
your
buy a
dog
shirt,
sad?
that's a picture
Like I bought a dog shirt, but not you. Not you. Never you.
Please tell me you go to like some kid's birthday party with a picture of them on the shirt. And the parents are like, is that our kid? On your shirt? Did you get one for us? No, it's for me. It's just for me. Oh shit.
Oh God. I got problems.
No.
The prompter is wiggling.
The prompter's yelling.
Oh, is that a cue? Yeah. Okay. Wait, wiggle it again just for me. Hey, look at moves. It's time for a poll from the Tower of inquiry. You folks know the drill. We pull a block from the tower, read the number on it, and Danny reads us a question corresponding to the number, and then y'all find out what flavor of ice cream our characters would be.
There are a lot of those questions.
That's good. And if the tower should fall, terrible consequences will follow the person responsible for its destruction. Truly horrific, extra cruel consequences, considering that is a fresh tower. If y'all ruin a fresh tower, what the fuck is wrong with you? It does feel sanded down. It looks pretty pristine.
We glued it again.
Oh boy.
Oh, we're fine then.
And so, with that in mind, because Mercer won't tell us the stuff that we want, why don't you pull a block?
Got it. Yeah. I get that. That's fair. Okay. Hi.
You got this.
I mean,
First block, fuck everybody else up.
Yeah. Oh, we have
Oh,
coasters,
yeah.
and I'm not using
Oh wow.
Would you like a coaster?
Yes, please. I would like a coaster.
I don't know, I just hear it. I feel like we should.
Alrighty, number 14.
14.
If your character was a chair, what color would it be?
All right, well, sorry, Vorboat, but it's what chair would you be? No. Vorboat on Twitter says, what trait of one of your fellow party members is your character most jealous of?
What trait of one of your fellow party members?
Yeah.
Is your character jealous of?
Jealous of.
I'm picking the easy one. I'll show you. I would love to be able to read people's thoughts. I don't know if I would care too much for an unrestricted deluge of thoughts from everyone around me, but being able to pick and choose would be pretty sweet, because all they would be saying is, I hope I can get on that. Sweet old gnomish love.
I love the confidence he has.
Yep. Unfailing. And misplaced.
I think Fresh Cut Grass is real jealous of Fern.
Oh, interesting
Because
choice.
Fern can experience life in many different animal forms. And I think I became a turtle at one point, which was nice. But didn't I? I became something at one
Yeah, I
point.
was a turtle, if I recall.
Yes.
Briefly. But I would like I would like that. But also, as Sam Riegel is jealous of the werewolf thing, because that's just so
Hey!
cool. So cool.
Thank you, Sam.
Took 3 campaigns, but we got there.
Right.
Man, I mean, there's a couple answers, but I'll go with Fern. Ashton's a little envious of Fern, since it was kind of their first exposure to, like, your family is not a disaster. I'm really upset. Most families should be a disaster because they're terrible, and that's why I'm fine that I don't have one. Yeah, it was Grandma. Yeah, Grandma was like, wow, I dig this vibe.
Yeah, functional as far as like faith functionality in a family goes, but it's far more functional than a lot of families I grew up around.
Yeah, and very, and very.
Not mine was great.
Very much something that he would have wanted. Like Feywild seems like a great way to grow up. God damn it, that looks nice. Like,
Right, yeah.
oh, an adventurer with a happy childhood. It's gross.
I would say an honorable mention would be to willingly be able to turn yourself into a horror show.
Oh, big one.
If you wanted to freak people out, like some idiot at a bar starts trying to pick a fight and you're like,
Matt Mercer is jealous of that.
That
I don't have a
that's
character in the game, but I would love to be able to do that. Full on Beetlejuice that shit in public.
Yes.
Wardrobe. I want the powers. I want all of it.
Yeah. You probably
Beetlejuice
have the
was
wardrobe.
intense, man.
I'm working on it, man.
I'm hoping for your lot in the cosplay one day.
It's good.
Hey, I've got pieces.
Are they remaking Beetlejuice?
Probably.
I
think I read
think it's
that.
a sequel
There's a
Oh, a
musical.
sequel.
with Michael Keaton.
There's this, and there's.
But he's
Better
not
be.
Beetlejuice.
He's Lydia.
Yep.
Yes,
I'm
amazing.
here for that.
Thank you, Vorboat, and exclamation point.
Pick a second one.
Someone pulls from the tower,
And it says,
answers the
"Please
question.
Pick 2.
No, it says PLZ. Sam,
Okay.
take us to the moon, Dogecoin.
It's so nice to be like the sane one at this table for once. It's really like.
Listen.
34.
30. No, put it back on the truck. You know how this works.
Did you just like punch it out? That was so quick.
He just threw it at me.
Yeah.
Did it strike our Danny?
No, I would never strike Danny.
It felt aggressive.
All right.
One strike. I'll keep that in mind.
I could take it.
Yeah, you can.
Katie_Ray22 on Instagram.
Katie Ray? No.
Not a kitty.
It's spelled RAE.
Marisha changed her name.
Sarah and Ray's sister.
Yes.
Oh, Sarah Ray. Yeah.
Sarah Ray.
You all play D&D professionally, and some appear in other campaigns across the genre as well. How do you keep it fun for yourself and not turning too much into something that you have to do out of obligation?
Wow, what
That's
a
great
good question.
actually.
And also, if your character was a rock, what kind of rock would it be?
Too late.
That's a great question.
It kind of helps that we started doing it on our own. So like our foundation is always going to be like basic slapdickery, make each other laugh, play for like there's no ticking clock or need to do anything for us. Like I always just go back to that room where we're like shoving our face full of food, laughing at each other until tears are running down our cheeks. And that's just been maintained, as you can see from us, picking on Matt every time he calls a blue flower a peridium.
Oh boy.
I saw that happen and was like,
That was my mistake. That was my mispronunciation of what I wanted to say, and now it's canon, and I can't do anything about it.
Professional D&D players would have let that go, but not us, chuckle fucks.
Nope.
These ass clowns pounced on it.
yeah, I think if we built this rather than like stumbled into it, it would not necessarily feel the way it does. I don't know if I could have handled like deciding this was a thing rather than like,
do a thing.
rather than already kind of having a once everything starts, it's just like I forget pretty easily.
I like the way it came together, like stumble, slapdickery, and all. Like it's hard work, but like, you know, we've stumbled into building this thing, and we now have the responsibilities of like, you know, seeing how we can grow it and how we can take care of everyone who's now part of this family that we continue to kind of find new possibilities with. But the reason it's, for me at least, the reason that it stays so fresh and doesn't become a drag or anything or just a pure responsibility is all of you. It's you and the people we bring at the table. Like, it's funny, the core of everything we do is the thing I look forward to most every week.
Yeah. And
the minute we get at that table, like everything else just goes away. No matter how stressful the days or weeks that lead up to it are, the minute we're at that table, it all just melts away for a few hours. And that's still magic 8 years later, and I love that.
It's weird to have VO gigs where like, you know that you might like be going to scream for 4 hours and you're like, oh, I gotta prepare myself, probably have a headache afterwards, I'm gonna sweat, I'm not gonna be able to talk afterwards. Like I always look forward to this because it's just us.
Yeah.
Plus we make some super serious characters that really keep a high bar of quality.
Good pull this round. Yeah.
Katie Ray brought up a really interesting point though. Do you guys get paid?
No.
Thank you so much, Vorboat and Katie Ray 22. We will be saying goodbye to Sam for the evening. He has to get home to his kids. Thanks for your time. Your cookies will be outside.
Okay. No, it's so much fun. It's so much fun doing this. It's like being in a marriage. Like you keep learning new things about your partners every time you see them.
It's true. And there's work, and you got to do the work.
There's a little work,
but it's like it's fucking.
And also we have sex with each other all the time.
That's right.
Less so these days, which I really am. Yeah.
Yeah. Just spin a wheel, you know. Every time before we come in.
Every night, we do a rollies.
That's how rollies started.
And we figure out who's going home with who. Yeah. And if you tie, three of us got 7s. I guess
we're about to make a whole bunch of people's D&D game a whole lot more complicated and interesting.
My goodness.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's too much.
Don't let Tumblr run with this, please.
I know.
They already have.
We're kidding.
No, we're not.
For the most part. Thank you, Vorboat and Katie_Ray22. And if you have an evergreen question for our Tower of Inquiry, you can enter it at critroll.com/tower. Block B.
Whoa.
Which is, I'm sure, it was in all caps. You say things in all caps in the shouty voice.
But not if it's back the little.
Cold Open had me yelling in the.
Yeah, but they didn't have a highlighter. If it has a highlighter, then you
leave it alone.
You leave anything with a highlighter alone. That's common knowledge.
Marisha, nobody told me about the color coded, and with that, do we pick another tower question?
No, it says what to say. We've never had media training.
Gosh, you're pretty.
Let's slide. This is my 3rd time.
Oh my God, we are fucked.
Slide into the deep dive. Danny Carr, can you please bring us the yum what's it?
Oh, never do that again.
That's what it says. It was written that way.
That's me ever again.
Ever.
See, it's highlighted. You
Yes,
don't have
that
to-
one's-
I want to know who's
Tanker.
responsible for this copy.
That's our incredible
Kyle!
producer, Kyle Shire.
That's definitely some Kyle shit.
You hear him?
Yep, I hear that. You were.
We love you, Kyle.
We're going to take turns pulling questions from our tankards, and since I am the tavern keeper, I decide who goes first, and that person will be Taliesin Jaffe.
Woo! All right, here we go. What do we got?
Yeah.
Ashton learned that Abanina was part of the Hishari. How is he handling that revelation, and do they want to go back and talk to her more? Yes.
Who's that person?
Oh, so we found out. Oh God, yeah.
The leader of the Leaf and the Loam. The Loam and the Leaf.
I know what a loam is.
Yeah, Leaf and the Loam.
Oh, was
Fertile
Hishari.
Was apparently involved with the Hishari and knew a bunch of stuff, but it didn't occur to me to ask them about it
Oh my
because
God.
why
And they're
would it?
alive?
Yes.
They're the one who helmed the assault on the Temple of the Dawnfather with them, and they found out that she was part of the Hishari cult 20 years ago, long after they had left the village.
And that was the cult that adopted you?
That was the cult I
Or-
was born in.
You were born there, and then you were put up, you were abandoned.
And you
Well,
didn't
I wasn't abandoned. I think I've covered this before. So I wasn't abandoned. It was whatever went the fuck wrong and blew them all up. Teleported me out of there into the fucking deserts.
Wait, we know of something that can blow up and teleport people.
Yep.
This.
It wasn't, as far as I know, at least Ashton's memory of it, although again it was a long time ago, is different. It wasn't like a big white flash as far as, but again, it's shady. It was more of a
Are
portal.
you extraordinarily old, or are you like decades old?
I'm decades old.
Okay.
I'm not extraordinarily old.
Holy shit, you didn't ask more? This was in Asilra?
Well, this
It was.
and yes.
They'd already traveled for days northward.
So I wasn't gonna turn everybody around. I was like, okay, putting a fucking bookmark here. We are coming back to this once the moon is at least vaguely settled.
Damn.
So
Damn.
good juice.
Fuck.
We gotta go.
We're gonna go to Asilra. We're gonna end up in Vasselheim some point, I'm sure.
I'm gonna make
They're
my needs
fucked
known.
up there.
So I got needs.
Campaigns end up in Vassal.
Clockwise, that's you.
last one didn't.
Yeah, no.
Most campaigns. One campaign.
One campaign. Shall go to
Yes.
Campania.
Oh, me?
You
Yeah.
cup
Oh.
with thee.
Shibu.
How is FCG doing, having parted from Frida for now? What was that goodbye like for them? David.
It was sad and hard saying goodbye to Frida. Also sad saying goodbye to Christian.
Up, Dave.
It was, I don't know, I felt like I should leave the group. But I also felt like I've done that once already,
Yeah.
so I can't do that again. But also, the main reason I thought I should stick around was because I'm the only one who cares about gods. Y'all, you people are atheist heathens.
You don't know that.
I do, I
Said we
asked
could be
everybody.
I didn't answer.
Well, that's just because you're lazy.
Because I was not paying attention to you. That's correct.
But no, it's tough. It's tough being the only godly one, and I figure you guys are gonna need some god magic wherever we're going.
Maybe.
So I can't abandon you. And besides, Frida's a hearty folk. They'll be fine. We'll catch up. We'll still be able to end our days together, and we can live thousands of years. We got batteries. We can just recharge.
time.
Yeah. Yeah. you
Right?
can-
Right? Is that how it works?
As long as the gods stay alive.
Oh God, what if it's like Duracell or something?
That's it. You have 3 more weeks.
Oh no!
What do you do?
That would actually be amazing if just one day you were just
Start
like,
ticking.
and you're out of batteries.
You should be rolling a D100 just like me.
Yep.
Good.
I set that rule.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, that was a hard goodbye. And our first love affair on the show. But now we got some.
And a passionate, fiery one. It was
Yeah, but
good.
we got more. We got 3-ways. We got Imogen and Lautner with a kiss.
The kiss.
The kiss.
The kiss.
I loved it. I was so surprised.
I hadn't had surprise face like that since campaign 1. Like I did the whole eyebrow up, open mouth thing, just like, oh.
Yeah. I was surprised because it's been so long, and I just kind of figured like, Laura and Marisha must have talked about this. That's just not somewhere they want to go.
I don't know.
I'm fine with that. These are their characters. And then all of a sudden, they're just in it. They're just tonguing each other.
I got the impression from Marisha she had no idea.
Really?
I mean, it seemed like Marisha had no idea that was coming. I know fans would be like, how'd you not know? It was so obvious, but like, we don't know.
I mean, in that moment, I don't think she knew it was coming, but I wouldn't surprise me if they had like this. I mean, I'm sure in fact, I know they've discussed the dynamics of the characters and like, what, there's definitely a conversation.
Got me with a reaction. I felt like it was just like mine.
Oh yeah. I think the moment caught her off guard. I don't think they've talked about where they are as characters. I think they kind of maybe talked about loosely, down the road, do we go this path? Or were we both feeling for this? So it wasn't like, they weren't both in the same boat on it, but I think that was a while back, and I think the moment just kind of got her like it got the rest of us.
To really like get couples going.
Right?
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
Heart grow fonder.
So does drama.
And it's been sort of established that that's something that could happen. So I'm just saying, in next game, if you two are just like, and then I go over and I kiss him, like it could happen. Just right here, you two.
I offered to, what did I offer? The spa release a la Chetney.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the threesome spa. I can't remember what it was.
Right there.
Your idea left a
Package
great
is right
impression.
there.
Right there, yeah. Yep. I might forget where I am in the middle of it, being 400 years old, but it's a great package.
It's almost like it's like a second re-entry.
It's true.
Oh boy.
You're up.
I'm up. Okay.
You're up. Okay, let me get this question here.
It's only if you want.
Matt, where are Bo and Caleb, Matthew?
That might have been my.
Is that in all caps?
It's in all caps, yeah.
Thanks.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out later.
Oh!
Rude.
I know. I'll do another one because, I'm not going to answer that one right now.
Where's Veth?
Renato?
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
That is great. Matt, why did you choose Wild Mountain Isilra for the party split? What factors determined the two party makeups? The choices were made predominantly because, for Wildmount, I wanted to put us in a location that would give us the opportunity to delve a little bit into Chetney's backstory, especially given the character that I was making with Abria, and we were discussing kind of where she was coming from.
Fudger.
That was her plan. I was like, okay, cool. So with all these connections here, I think putting us in the Crystal Sands Tundra and near Uthadurn would give us the opportunity to delve into you, who, like, most of your backstory has been way elsewhere, and so it was an opportunity to throw us into that and kind of get into that space there. Plus, the proximity to Malaismere really was an opportunity, if you were interested in pursuing it, to learn a little more about Ludinus's history, find some details about his past and what his plans might be. So that was kind of all those things together was like, all right, Wildmount, Crystal Sands Tundra, that area is gonna be one group. The Isilra group was dealt partially because we hadn't been able to explore much of Isilra in a long time. Really, much of it is kind of uncharted as far as like campaign explorations considered. So I wanted to show some more regions of that I was hoping to kind of show, and also to give us the opportunity to delve into a space that was more both God-centric and very not God-centric. Like, it's interesting. Isilra and Vasselheim, you think it's like, oh, it's the God continent.
Yeah.
No, it's the continent of extremes. Most other places are kind of like, they ebb and flow as far as like faith goes and understanding. In Isilra, it's like either you're very religious or a lot of civilizations and cultures are very non-religious and are very much based in the natural spirits of the land and the history before the gods, and that's kind of where a lot of the tension on the continent stems from. So I wanted to explore some of that, and it also brought us closer to some of Ashton's backstory and history to kind of tease that thread a bit. So that also checked a lot of boxes for something that I thought would be fun to delve into. So those were my reasonings in a nutshell.
That you then didn't talk to.
Didn't occur to me. And we were like, I was so invested in what was going on in that town that I was just captivated by having. Oh, I'm going back.
Going back.
You're up.
Kids, don't ever sleep on your backstory, because if you make a partial joke backstory like I did, you will eventually end up there and confront
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Joke backstory. Don't touch him, not even once.
He was so apologetic, though. I couldn't do it.
I wanted to kill Santa
I'll take
Claus.
Drixlich down at some point. Okay, the bounty on Chetney's head was set by Tuin Otwana of the, am I saying that right?
Yep.
Of the Prism Emporium. Yep. How is he feeling to know that his past actions have come back to collect? I fucking loved it. I loved it. There was a half a second where I thought about just looking at the bounty hunter and being like, I give up. Take me back. Let's go. Show me who collected the bounty, just so I could maybe close the loop on that one. But you know, Jenny doesn't like to leave loose threads. Can't have collections out there against me. Gonna have to go back and make some sausage? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that dwarf was stout.
Yeah, I mean, he basically just reached a point where he's like, okay, I didn't expect more than one. I'm gonna go ahead and recollect my thoughts and come back more prepared.
Well, I thought about offering him money too and seeing if he would just bounce or if he was, I was worried he was from the Claret Order. Like I thought he was one of the guys that was creeping. Since I bit Frida.
I think bought is the past tense of bit.
I bought Frida?
Yeah. I want Frida to be a werebot.
A werematon?
Yeah.
Werematon? Well, we have to wait till the next full moon and see what happens.
Because then I could have Frida bite me, and then I could be one.
That would be the most awesome Werewolf in London transformation sequence, because
it's basically a transformer.
Instead of just
you've invented a transformer.
Instead of just screaming and
Welcome to
like
Beast Wars.
flesh stretching, it would just be like metal creaking and squeaking and Tin Man sound effects.
I mean, that's what would be the sound every moon. Yeah. Run!
Yep, straight up. Although all of us have our own different transformer sounds.
It's funny that you two, when you do the transformer sound, you go up. You go.
That's up to robot, and then the other one's down to.
Yours was.
That was from robot to wolf.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then
It always goes
I'm
up.
sorry.
Actually, it did. It's a check mark. It goes.
Fucker, you voiced Starscream once. Come on.
Doesn't it?
Get with it.
It dips, right? There's a dip first.
I thought I was a GoBot.
yeah, the going up one does that little dip.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will fight you.
Do we pull another
We do more.
question?
We go around and around. We go around and around.
You're
We've
up.
done this
I'm
before.
up.
I have. I've
We've all done this
3
before.
times.
Oh my God. We are on episode 15.
This is non-work hours, Danny. My brain is already.
Kind of already answered this one, so pick another one. That just got.
Anything you're putting up with us every time?
Y'all pay me.
You're the best. You're the best. All around.
I literally just answered this. This is the same. That was the same card one more time. That's weird. Yeah, I think we got a double in there. That was odd.
Motherfucker.
A double.
Yeah. Ashton is ready to be a hero. What in particular inspired this desire and focus to the point where he is requesting clothes that are legendary hero fashion? Oh, yeah. Well,
They are asking for that.
yeah,
stuff,
kind of committed, especially after what happened to Laudna, watching that all go down in the cave. Kind of finally committed to, well, I guess I fucking care now. I was really trying not to, because it's really nice not having anything to lose. Real good. It's a good feeling. Well, shit.
Can I say real fast? I'm so sorry. Your moment of pulling Prism away and then going to Laudna and comforting her was one of my all-time favorite moments of this campaign.
Thank you.
It was beautiful, just being like, you don't need to see this to Prism, and then going to Laudna and making sure she knew that you were there for her. I was sobbing.
Now,
It's fuck. I have a crew again.
I watched the episodes that our group wasn't in because I care about you all, but I know Sam hasn't. Can we refresh what happened to?
Well, no, I think he's talking about killing Bordor.
Yeah, about Laudna losing her shit and just going in.
Okay,
and then
that's what it was.
Kind of, especially since Prism is like literally like fresh out of like high school, really is not thinking clearly.
Prism of the Cobalt Soul.
Oh, yeah, Prism of the Cobalt. And so it was very much the, no, this is just not for you yet.
It was such, as another person who loves, this meant a lot to me. As another person who just deeply loves punk culture, it was so incredibly emblematic of the way the punk and the hardcore scene really just protects their own.
Yes.
It was beautiful. It made me think of seeing everybody in the mosh pit and when you form the circle. And it was just, it just got to me.
Thank you for seeing that and acknowledging that. That was very intentional.
It was beautiful. It was fucking beautiful. I loved it.
It's definitely now that like, well, committed to the cause. We're doing this. And also now kind of having a notion of like, I've got a supervillain to stop. We've all kind of got this big bad to stop. Maybe it's time to not look like I don't give a fuck. It's to look a little bit more like you give a fuck. And Also feeling a little empowered to maybe make some decisions about, who I want to be and what the world should look like.
Who loves comic books, I feel like Ashton is your most comic book character.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. You're correct.
Hell yeah.
That's
So-
wonderful.
I like that.
Some
It'll
shit
be a thing
happening.
that one day I will talk about FCG's influence on Ashton at this point, but it's not time to talk about that
Talk
yet.
about it right now. We're
No.
on
Can't.
four-sided dive.
Can't.
Unleash the Doge.
Mine says
Months away.
FCG's connection with the Changebringer seems to be going strong, and her giving clear direction with the coin. How are they feeling about the Changebringer lately? Great.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would go a little bit more in depth,
Totally
but
clear on that one.
It's really fun. It's really fun for me to get into God stuff because it's just not something I'm familiar with or comfortable with. And our prior campaigns, I haven't really paid much attention to the God mythology stuff.
Or the history.
Or the history, or
World
really
building,
anything.
yeah.
But mainly the God stuff.
It can be a lot of fun.
Or
I know it can.
I did my
I'm
one
ex-
religious character and had a great time
I'm
with it.
excited about it because, and the Changebringer seems like she hasn't led me astray so far, so that's
she
good.
will. Ring girl looking ass with the creepy ass hair. I'm not about that shit. Those descriptions can go anytime. You're always like, I'm just keep waiting for you to like fucking crawl out of the TV
hair.
screen.
It's clean hair. It's not well-water
He does
hair.
not describe it as clean hair. He does not. It is well-water hair.
Strands.
It doesn't work
Can't
that
tell
well.
me. Can't tell me otherwise.
What is
It's
Pro-V?
Thor hair. It's Thor hair, Travis.
It's the many possible roads ahead of you.
Oh, it's imagery.
Yeah.
It's metaphor. I get
You
it.
should get hair.
Just see
That's
the
your way.
grunge
Like Thor.
and Ringu.
Oh, yeah, maybe
look
that
good
would
with, like, a
endear
blonde.
FCG more to the Changebringer if FCG had long hair like she did. Maybe I should look
Don't
into
you have
that.
cables or
I do, but
coils?
they're only like
You could
this
also
short.
You could chia pet it. I mean, there's a
Put-
lot of
put-
options.
Put hair to match your imaginary tongue and your weird feet. Just keep.
slowly turning into Cousin It.
You keep adding body parts to FCG. Fleshing out the character.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. I'm excited. I really want to talk to her more. I'll admit, I feel guilty every time I do anything with the Changebringer, like I'm being selfish and taking the spotlight. I want to make sure that you guys have spotlight too, because I don't want to hog the time. But I want to talk to her a lot.
You're a good.
I know.
You don't
Hog the
only
table?
Peek into the divine realm. Otherwise, we get nada. Every time you do, something new happens.
It's driving
Talk to
Ashton
her.
nuts too. I love it. Oh,
driving Ashton nuts.
absolutely batshit.
Wait, in a bad way or in a?
Oh, absolutely, in a good way. But yeah, keep at it. It's so good. I love it so much.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Can I talk to the Changebringer more?
Right now?
Feel like it.
She's gonna possess you soon. It's gonna be great.
Okay, I will. Because now I was looking at my spells last game. I've got like 4 different ways to talk to the Changebringer. I've got commune. I've got divine intervention. I've got
Commune.
Commune.
Summon a
Going
commune.
Oh, fuck. We're bringing the Hishari back. Let's do
Everybody,
this.
come to me.
I've got divine intervention.
I've got hostile.
There's another one. There's another one where you can ask 3 questions, or is that?
It's divination.
That's divination, divine intervention, commune, and then also the coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The coin, I can also talk to her that way. That's 4 different ways.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's legend lore, which is another spell I've never.
that's a big
Or
one.
that's not really talking to her though.
No, you
That's
kinda-
like searching my memory
correct.
banks.
Well, and
Learned about Star Razor.
Yep.
Was
That's
using
right.
legend lore.
That's a big spell, especially for somebody that's been around as long as you have.
yep.
So I could just, I don't even need you fuckers. I could just talk to the Changebringer for like a whole episode.
Legend lore? That's definitely happening next game.
That has components.
Like you can unlock things you don't even know you know.
Yeah.
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 it's crazy.
Oh, I've got hard drives in there.
Bro, yeah.
Gotta go searching.
Just keep reaching out to that god
Gotta
4
go
or
to
5
the
times
admin
a day.
use 4 or 5 times
It's like, and Changebringer, real fast, real fast.
Real fast, real
I know it's been like just real fast, real fast. How's your day?
Like me sending y'all Slack messages like one line at a time.
Hey, Changebringer, look what I made you.
That would be amazing.
That would be so good. And Changebringer, she's not answering anymore. I don't know what happened.
She changed her number.
She is the Changebringer.
SMS, message not received.
How many texts have you sent since you got a reply? Oh, that's 4.
Left me on red.
Oh no.
On red.
Too far.
All right, it's my turn. All right.
Go on too.
Pulling it out from the bag. All right, there we go. Matt, 2 guest characters have betrayed the party now, you and Bordor. It's true. How did you go about making sure that these interlopers were very different from each other? It was primarily a conversation with the players and what they wanted to do. For Yu's arc, there was definitely a direct driving goal that was in opposition to the group, but it was up to them. I mean, it was up to both of them to decide what they wanted to do with it. And like, I had conversations with each about like, you know, based on where it goes and the relationships go with the characters, the stakes that are there for your character and your you know, position in Exandria, however you want to handle this, do so. But know, and I told them both when they were creating the characters, know that it is challenging to play a character like this, and that there might be an opportunity before you're ready for the players to try and suss out that you are not to be trusted, and that could lead to conflict before you expect it to. So be at the ready, or at least be very quick to come up with things to deflect if the case may be. So yeah, we held the conversations about that, making sure that everyone kind of knew the challenge that was ahead of it, the possibilities that were ahead of it. But you know, when I was talking to Utkarsh with Bordor, it was also letting him know what the previous guest, you know, what Eric had done with you, and kind of, you know, when he was making his character, I was like, what do you want to do? And he's like, oh, well, where would I fit in the world? I'm like, well, here's the story that's happened recently. And I was explaining all the different factions and everything that went down with the Apogee Solstice, and I mentioned the Vanguard were the villains. He's like, can I be one of them? And I'm like, I mean, you can, but like it's a big swing, and it's not going to be easy to do. But if you want to go that route, then we can definitely do that. And he's like, okay, I want to do that. So we started creating this character, and we figured out the narrative of like, he was shunted with you guys over there. He knew desperately that he was alone and in a bad place, so he like found a nearby farmer who was like going through the area, killed him, took his clothes, and just masqueraded as him this whole time. And it's a little bit of like Utkarsh being just so fucking charming and also playing naive to such a degree, and making choices like laying down in the middle of a battlefield that like made it seem so pathetic at times that you didn't read it as conniving.
Yep.
But he also was very, very smart and like occasionally doling out responses and bits of philosophy that teased that he was a little more present than you expect, and also not quite agreeing with everything being spoken, and asking questions to get information from them about like, how many did you kill? You know, were these people bad? What's your perspective on this? Like, if you go back, like he was plucking throughout his entire time there. And then every episode, he come to me and be like, oh God, I think they've discovered me. I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, do what you want to. He's like, I don't know. I feel like, do I like them a lot? And like, do I become an ally? I'm like, do you? How do you feel? He's like, no, I hate them. Then go with that. Then go with that. And from the very beginning, he's like, I'm saving my 5th level spell slot for them. One of these days it's gonna happen. Like, he was just saving it, and the minute he like stood up and started doing his real drop monologue, I was like, oh fuck, here we go. Oh man, it was so cool. So yeah, anyway, it was a lot of discussion between them to make sure that they felt unique, but also were aware of the challenges, and just talking a lot of, you know, back and forth about that progression.
So cool.
Got it. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt real bad.
I'm proud of him.
It was really good.
Dope. Oh yes. Chetney made the toys from Orm's childhood.
That's pretty cool.
You bet. What was that revelation like for Chetney and you at the table? He expected it. Listen, guys. Sometimes we have our, 15 minutes of fame? Sometimes it's 15 years of fame. Sometimes it's 150 years of fame. Been a little bit longer for that for Chetney. No, it was great. That's the whole point, is that he's been working all across continents, making toys and furniture alike. Mm-hmm. He's ascended the steps of political power and made things for the Cerberus Assembly. A couple of these fucking chairs. and lots of toys with that little inscription on the leg.
The asses of power.
That's right, and he's always looking for the next avenue into enterprise. Never know where C-Pop will take you. Maybe your home will be made by C-Pop Industries next. Or your airship.
And he might be Orm's dad, we also established, right?
I don't know about maybe, but you know. Listen,
D100, see what pops
also
up.
with 400 years, you're not going to remember everybody. Of
course.
What do the kids call it? A body count?
Yes.
Yeah, Chetty's body count is like.
I don't think they did call it that. They don't anymore.
They don't. Is it already? They don't call it.
You killed it. You killed it. Fuck. I think that was the end of it right there.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, he's been very busy.
I think it's canon.
It's canon.
Yeah.
It is. Canon is definitely.
You know, speaking of things I wish we had done, I wish that I had made an actual wish with Fern's grandmother.
Wait, you can do that?
Well, I think she's a hag, right?
Oh, like a bargain. Like
Yeah, like if
shit.
I mean, like
That hadn't
in previous
occurred to me.
campaigns, remember
Sure.
you told us even in like home games, people would go up and make a wish, and it would come back to sometimes negatively affect them in the most random moments.
Depends on the power. Depends on the power of the individual, and depends on the scope of the wish. Some powerful fae enjoy granting modicums of willful interest with a dire cost, often.
See, that feels.
Go back.
We probably will, and if she's not too busted up from covering our asses on our last exit, I'm definitely gonna ask for a wish.
That was a fun.
what would it be?
I don't know.
To be young again?
I mean, age is just a number.
To be the same age as Deanna?
But that number divided by 10, maybe.
But that would actually be pretty cool. Yeah. Back to my fully haired, like super buff. Man, Chetney was jacked in his first 100 years.
official art of what
He was,
Chetney
like,
looked like 200 years ago.
Suntanned, but like super oily, like suntan. Like, you know, he's been out there every day.
Was he
Crazy
Venice
jacked,
Beach Boy?
no
Like
leg
70s
muscles.
Venice hot. Yeah.
He's also 6'8".
Gravity's a bitch as you get older. It's just
Spine
shrinking.
is compacted real
But you know,
bad.
ears and nose, that cartilage, it's a motherfucker.
Goodness.
Well, here.
Canon,
Canon.
Canon.
my best creation. Yes. One more speed round.
Round. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah. There they are. Let's do it. All right.
Speed.
Speed. What did Ashton think of the people of Hearthdale and the Idolians? Idolians? I cannot never pronounce.
Eidolons?
Eidolons. Thank you. It takes
Idol.
Don't spell it that way in my notes.
I don't know.
A little provincial for their taste. In fact, the whole experience was a little provincial for their taste. Not comfy in rural environments. Not really their vibe. But definitely knows when they see shit people when they see shit people, and was not. And yeah, I was. I don't know how to put it beyond that.
But they're like older than time, right? Eidolons? They're like
Oh, that fucking.
creatures from before the.
The Eidolons are the spirits of the land, and they are extensions of the primordial titans. They are like the.
Yeah, that particular part of it was.
First men.
Again, it's that weird rumble of history and connection, which is starting to get under their skin. Mm-hmm. So it is very much the, do I come from somewhere? Does this mean anything,
Dad?
Or well, I mean, honestly, like even the rock skin.
Can
is
you
kind
smell? No, not that.
Yeah, because your earliest memories, you had regular skin.
I was not made of stone until much later.
Yeah.
So something happened, and like I just assumed it was just, well, shit happens. But now it's, maybe, you don't really. It's not a. Ashton doesn't really think about where they came from or that it was a place. It's just time. There's no.
Start asking more questions.
Well, I mean, this has been the whole that was it's been the whole thing of maybe this does matter. Maybe this is something. Shit that I have to look at, and that was a little, I don't want to say spiritual, but it was definitely a little overwhelming.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's what
I loved it. FCG felt guilty during Laudna's outburst regarding Team Wildmount having a good time. Did this interaction color how he feels about things moving forward? Probably did. Those stress points, man. You never know what's going to make one. I think that, it's going to be, I think just generally it'll be interesting moving forward to see, like, Fresh Cut Grass wants to make sure to take care of the party and make sure that they don't let down the party. But also, if the party is going to start wanting to do different things, like things against the gods or things contrary to what FCG thinks is right, that's going to be an interesting conflict because it's almost like iRobot, right? Like you're the 3 rules of robotics in iRobot, Asimov. There's like you're not allowed to harm the human, but you also have to follow the orders of the human, and I forget what the third.
Unless it contradicts with the first rule.
Yeah. But so like there might be some of that coming up, like he wants to help the party, but not if the party wants to go against the gods in any way. Like that'll be a really interesting conflict that I hope we get to see.
Dang.
I'm enjoying conflicting philosophy.
Yeah, I think the party is more split than you think it is. I think it's kind of possibly an even split between people who are like, no, this is worth saving.
I tried to tease it out a couple episodes ago, but I got to do more because I don't know who's. Like everyone right now just seems like, gods. But I feel like there's some among us who are like, fuck the gods. And I want to know who they are so that I can kill them.
Yes. So you can wear their face. Yes. Let's go.
I love it.
Put their hair on
Hannibal FCG.
Yeah.
That tongue
I'm
reel.
so excited. More tongues.
It's pretty wild. You only had 1 freak out.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll just start slapping you in your sleep.
That second one was
That'll do it. Don't let it happen.
I am.
How has it been exploring the ups and downs of religion within Exandria? Not just faith in the prime deities, but different kinds of faith, like that of the Loam the Leaf and Zephyra. It's been fun. If you haven't figured out already, it's a big theme of this campaign. Each campaign has multiple different themes, but this one definitely is faith and what that means in a very relative sense. Faith can be so many things, and it can mean so many different things to different people. I like exploring gods and religion, both in the positive light and the not so positive light. As just like in our real world, there's plenty of both. And I think based on the themes of Ludinus, the Ruby Vanguard, the Pantheon, and kind of what we've built over these years in Exandria, I think it's a wonderful place to kind of explore what often in fantasy settings is just a given. There are gods and they exist and they're powerful and they're mysterious. And then you do the rest, focus on the small world. This campaign, I'm definitely interested in going like, but what if small world could destroy the gods, and how would they react to that, and how would the world react to that sort of turmoil of conflicting philosophies and drives and interests, and it's getting fun. Cool. It's getting weird.
Nice. Cool.
I love it.
All right, wrap us up.
Bring it home.
Yeah. That's cheese.
What are you?
Cheese and crackers.
Oh, we already answered that one. I'm gonna read them all. Oh, okay. How did Chetney feel being bait for the demon while trying to get the in-betweenus flowers? the
flowers, goddamn.
the chode flowers.
The grundle growths.
Grundle growths. The
taint petals.
taint root.
I'm not playing this game because I want to live to see another session. Thou shalt not anger the DM.
The Grendel Green.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I loved it. You always have to have a little bit of bait in your party. It's my turn. It's my turn to be the bait. Especially because I'm, super stealthy and I can go invisible and stuff. It was awesome. I loved it.
Those demons were creepy. That big horned thing was creepy. That we fought last game.
It was.
And we still don't know what it is or why that smoky grove was smoking.
The circular, ember patch.
Cool.
That's right.
I'm sure it's totally tame and not dangerous at all.
Yeah, totally.
Or
we haven't found
from this realm.
Bernie. How do you spell Bernie?
Bernie.
I think
Bernie.
B-A-R-I, and you got it.
Should have brought my notes.
Bernie.
And we don't have enough flowers, right?
You were told to fill the satchel. You got about a
Third?
quarter to a
Keyleth's
third.
gonna die then. Oh well, we
Who's
tried.
gonna die?
Keyleth.
Oh, yes.
We only found enough. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if
dead.
she can't even straighten her antlers.
I know.
You guys are brutal.
Savage. Listen.
Right.
She's awesome. It's time for another poll from the Tower of Inquiry. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is it Matt again?
I think it's
No,
Matt again.
you choose.
Oh, it's Taliesin.
I was making it, it almost worked.
Yeah,
it
you were
almost
the
worked.
devil on my shoulder. And then I remembered you have horns and wings.
Let's just make it to be a problem. Let's start problems.
What you got? Yes.
God, you guys, why do you gotta make it so hard already?
You got to pick who came up here.
That's true.
And I choose chaos. 41.
41.
Chase, choose chaos.
Nice.
All right. This one is particularly prescient. From Dio Raven, if your character had to pull from the Tower of Inquiry, what would their approach be?
Oh, that's cool. I think Fresh Cut Grass would go up like R2-D2, like some things would come out. Find the exact right spot. Yes, and get electrocuted by it.
Mr. Wizard just straight in.
Ooh, yeah.
One block would just.
I've managed to do it like once. I'm very proud of that.
Chetney would approach and very lovingly coax the wood, speak to it, get a whiff, caress it, let it know it is loved, and then strike! And flee into the night with a rose petal on the pillowcase.
Have you fucked wood before?
Oh yeah, baby!
Matt, how would Ludinus approach the Tower of Inquiry?
Oh boy.
From 120 feet away and other people doing it for him.
121 feet away.
Just
out of range.
smartest person in the
Ludinus has long hair. The Changebringer has long hair. Oh my God.
This elven son of a bitch! One more.
We're doing it again? You or
Break.
somebody else?
Who's next?
Not me, Matt. I suck at that.
You suck at that.
Yeah, I'm going to abuse this power for as long as I can.
That is the perk of the Tavern Keeper.
Yep.
Ooh, it's already jiggled.
That's what I said. You guys made it hard. Oh, wow.
Okay, fine.
Made it hard.
Be that way.
5. Then
5.
Number 5 is alive.
Oh wow.
Johnny 5?
Oh, hey, fuck you guys. This question's for me. From TH Wolf 1818, sorry. This question is actually for Danny. As the official lore keeper, has there been anything that has come up in game that has completely taken you by surprise? All of it. Like, legitimately, I never know what's gonna happen, and it's one of the fun things about doing my job is that every single time we shoot, I get to watch you guys make magic. And I get to cry and scream and tear my hair out and watch you all make incredible things and be surprised. And I will say that one of the big things that really came out of nowhere for me, or took me by surprise, I gotta give it to Jester and the cupcake, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nobody at the
clutch
table
move.
saw that coming.
It's iconic for a reason, man.
It was the best for it to be like, that was sprinkled with the dust of deliciousness. And Matt goes like, okay. Remind me what that does. We were like, yes! That was perfect.
that's my favorite thing to do in a campaign is to give little random weird fucking items to you guys and then forget about them, and then all of a sudden a year and a half later you hit me with it and
Love
I'm like,
potion.
oh shit! Right!
Cheers.
I still should have the pipe and Bordor, man, I should have picked up that one. I was really hoping.
No.
I was hoping to get something.
Well, that's an interesting point actually. Because the pipe that you gave him, the image that the smoke creates is their moment of, what is it? It was
The most heroic, or like
their biggest accomplishment.
Yeah, that's
essentially.
right.
And he says, and it shows all of you guys together after our first battle. And I was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh.
The reality was, it was that he had convinced you all that he was trustworthy.
His
Biggest accomplishment was
that
infiltrating the ones that killed all of his friends and tried to attack.
Damn, that's slick.
Because at first I was like, really? That's the best thing that you, and now like, oh yeah, that is the best thing.
Yep, of everything he's done. He wasn't like a high-ranking member of the Vanguard, so like that's a big moment.
Thank you, Did Raven and TH Wolf. Is that Dio? Dio Raven. That was not my fault. Remember, if you have a singularly saucy evergreen question, Tower of Inquiry, for the Tower of Inquiry that is not a fuck, marry, kill question, which, have we had one of those yet? It's okay. Seriously, stop asking those. You can plop those in at critroll.com/tower. We are going to take a quick break, but don't leave, because when we come back, we are going to be playing Superfight while we answer some leftover tankard questions. Seriously, don't leave. We will all cry if you leave. We'll do it. Big hot fat tears. Why do you hate fun? Cut to break.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. You need this? You probably need this. Can Can you put donuts in this? Only one way to find out. Could anything be more perfect? It's the little things in life. Look at this. Isn't it fashion? So much fashion happening here. This is seriously magical. Go ahead, darling. Treat yourself. It's so cute. I can't handle it. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
Obsession is a corruption that shrouds the mind. Its tendrils grow beyond the influence of bleed, as if natural to the soul. Though, the unique skill set a circle of investigators bring forth to each assignment stand guard against this vice. Relying upon the strengths of your allies is the key to survival, for deep within the rubble of a city long forgotten, the Red Hand roots itself within the fathomless, unleashing a faceless behemoth of smoldering greed. The Circle of the Vassal and the Veil. Assignment number 447. The Collectors.
We're the narrators of Midst.
What's Midst? It's very simple. It's a weird, surrealist, fourth wall-breaking, reality-bending science fantasy space western about a small doomed planet floating in a cosmic ocean of spooky darkness.
Upon whose alien landscape an ensemble cast of characters, including a crotchety outlaw, a freakishly virtuous cultist, and a weird, diabolical bastard, make awful decisions and fight like hell to survive when the moon falls out of the sky and a large number of terrible things happen in rapid succession.
It's exciting, it's funny, it's scary. It's got neat sound, weird music, amazing visuals, and every episode comes with bonus content you can read and examine.
Midst is performed solely by yours truly, as the three of us narrate all the action, play all of the characters, and bend a lot of the rules about how telling stories is normally supposed to work.
Midst is pretty fun, very strange, and it feels like VR for your brain.
We believe you'll enjoy it, or maybe you won't, but there's really only one way to find out. You're gonna have to listen to Midst.
It's me, Jester. So the Traveler and I were going to tell you guys all about subscribing to Twitch, but it sort of seems like he's not really here right now, which is so stupid. Traveler! Traveler! Artie! You know what? It's fine. I can do it by myself. with myself. I invoke duplicity. Oh, hello, Jester. Hi, Jester. Okay, so what we're going to do today is tell the people at home all about the good stuff they get when subscribing to Twitch. Oh, I don't know what Twitch is, but that sounds good. Let's go. No, that's perfect, because this works for you too then. Okay, so there's a professionally moderated live chat. And if you subscribe, you can post links in the chat. Like a link to a cool hamster video? Exactly like that. So what we do here is tell like really cool stories, right? And sometimes like crazy shit happens when we're telling those stories, and people that subscribe get special emotes so you can express how you feel. What if you live on the side of Exandria where it's really late and you're like, I'm just gonna close my eyes for a few seconds, and then it's 2 hours and the music is playing and you're like, oh no, I missed the whole show. Oh, that's a great question. Well, if you subscribe to Twitch, then you can just watch all of our VODs as soon as the live broadcast ends. So cool, right? So cool. I know. Another really cool thing is you can gift subscriptions to people. Like, I could buy a subscription for you, Duplicate Jester, and for other... What are you doing? Look what I found. Oh my gosh. Paintbrushes. I could draw a dick. Oh, well, technically that might break Twitch's terms of service, so... But there's no rule against, like, drawing chubby little snakes. Yeah, or a really long balloon sword. Yeah, or like a really thick rope with like 2 hunky knots at the end of it. Cucumber with 2 tomatoes. Yeah. A banana, you know, sitting next to an onion and another mushroom with like a little cat. A wiener dog with just 2 feet. Yeah. Artie, where are you? Should we go look for him? Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, don't forget to subscribe to Critical Role. Okay, let's go. Okay.
Welcome back to Four-Sided Dive, all you lovely folks that enjoy watching us fuck around. Tonight we're playing Superfight, a game where we create super awesome badass I can't maintain it. Super awesome badass fighters using these cards and then argue over which one of them would win in a fight. After 5 minutes, the arguments will cease and we will all vote on who wins. Danny will be voting as well and asking leftover tanker questions to the winners. The winner will get a very special prize. I don't believe you, Kyle. You lying
It's very
POS.
special.
Oh God. Without further ado, let's get started.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Who's up first?
Tiebreaker. So you guys discuss, and then I will be. If we have a tie, then I will.
Tiers are, I think it's Taliesin versus Travis,
Okay.
me versus Sam, and then the
Where do
winner
we wanna
of those go
start?
for a final tier.
Okay.
So for this, those who don't know, both sides of this pick a one of the white cards and one of the black cards. Or sorry, 3 of each. Sorry, three white cards, 3 black cards, and that's your hand. You get to pick one of each to represent your best fighter, the combination that puts your fighter, and then you continue to go back and forth and arguing for 5 minutes over which one of them would win and why.
I'll start on the white side, you start on the black side, and then we'll meet in the...
Just tell me when you're ready, and I will start the timer.
There we go.
This is exciting.
It is.
Mainly because I wasn't paying attention to the rules and don't know how it's played.
It's, you know, just
This
just
one
follow
is
along.
actually hard to fuck up.
Have you had your hearing checked?
Huh?
We're the
Huh?
judges.
Okay.
We're the judges.
We are the judges.
Superfight.
Superfight. Look at your hand.
Okay. So we pick one of each, right?
One of each.
Fuck,
What
I
do you
have
think
to
would be
pick
the
one?
Yeah. Which do you think would be the most badass fighter and likely to win this fight without knowing what the opponent's going to pick? And then you get to argue it until we
I mean,
super easy.
I mean,
put the other cards away.
Back in the thing?
Fully cheating.
put 'em down, it's fine,
Looking at
it's fine.
Travis's hand. You picked the same one I would've.
Do we say what we don't say what we are? We just argue, or we can argue it however we want to.
Well, once he picks his, then you both reveal what you are, and then we start the timer.
The superfight will begin. Please declare your combatants. Taliesin.
I am a moose wearing a suit of armor.
Oh! Combatant number 2, Travis. Declare your combatant.
I feel sorry for you. I am a hippo that can fly.
Oh!
All right, 3, 2, 1, debate.
Opening arguments. We'll go with the hippo first.
You see, as a hippo who can fly, I have a body mass that is much greater than that of the moose. Plus the added velocity of airspeed and gravity makes my crushing diving blows unsurvivable. Clearly, the hippo brings not just mass and ferocity, but is also the #1 attacker of humans in the wild.
Weight, momentum, and ferocity, yes.
Pretty intense, a good combination.
Taliesin?
Objection to one, can the hippo fly faster than the actual land speed of a hippo? That is, I think, a reasonable question. I think not. I think it's base hippo speed no matter what direction.
Okay, so velocity can be debated to that regard, but the mass is there. But what is it about an armored moose that you think could both defend and attack to the same level of aggression as a flying hippo?
Well, the one thing that the moose definitely has over the hippo at this point is good weapon coverage from the top. I mean, honestly, coming down in the direction, I think that the armor could take a lot of the brunt, and it's just a lot of big spiky bits at the top. The armor also itself has definitely got some sharp points and edges, and how far does a hippo have to fall before it really hurts itself? It is not designed to fall. You get one shot, it's kind of over.
That is valid.
Anti-aircraft antlers plus a hippo can fly. It doesn't say it can land.
Objection. A hippo only needs one shot to do its business. And also, the moose's greatest weapon might be its antlers, which prevents the visor on the helm from staying up, meaning it will fall in its face and blind it from its quarry.
Hippo don't need to see, well, I was going to say, like, yeah, the hippo, it doesn't matter where the hippo's coming from. The moose doesn't actually to see anything. It just moves in a direction. Everything gets out of the way. Bob and weave, doesn't matter. I mean, where are we fighting? Also, what is the terrain?
Oh, that is a good question.
Thank you.
I mean, moose are in forests and hippos are in sort of the
swampy areas.
Well, I would say
marshy,
deserty sort of.
Desert?
Well, not the desert.
They
but
need water.
The plains of Africa. The plains of Africa.
They are.
Gotta get out more.
They need
the killer of the desert, the hippo.
Okay. And the moose you find up north. So maybe it's like a chilled. I mean, like what is the common ground here? This is a question.
Let's say that they're just fighting. Just so we can put it on an even playing field, they're fighting on AstroTurf in an arena.
There we go.
An arena in Canada or in the Serengeti?
Minnesota summer.
Oh boy, that's rough. No water source.
Moose advantage.
Yeah, it's a moose advantage. It's fair.
Wait, you're giving up?
No, I've just got the point here. You can't give up.
I mean, AstroTurf is clearly a great surface for taking off and landing. I'm used to taking off in boggy surfaces where the traction is limited.
I also feel like, I mean, like the land speed of a moose is much faster than the land speed of a hippo. Plus, depending on, maybe I'll give you twice hippo speed.
In short bursts, I think it's actually quite comparable over long distances. The moose might have it, but again, work quick.
Can you each describe your finishing blow? What that would look like? Describe it in great detail.
Yes, I zoom up into the sun, and as you follow me with jealousy and the feeling of loss impeding on your life, blinded by the sun as my glorious form starts careening down, you see my ears wiggle just before my belly smashes onto your body, flattening you like a pancake and toothpasting all of your innards.
I myself would wait for the hippo to slowly be coming down from the sun. The horns of the moose would catch underneath the jaw of the hippo, take a twist, bring you down to the ground as the armored knee of the moose came down and crushed your larynx.
Question, can the hippo pick up the moose?
The hippo's jaws are quite capable.
But it's also an armored moose. That's a lot of extra weight and an impenetrable.
How does the hippo fly? Is it like telekinetic flight or Superman flight, or is it winged?
Ooh.
It's will-based.
Will-based. So it has maneuverability?
It does
in
indeed.
the air versus a moose's generally straight.
Its banking speed outdoes that of the mighty F-35.
Whoa. It's pulling 10 Gs?
10 Gs. Ha ha ha. I laugh at your 10 Gs. Or I should say,
Kind of argument, moose. It sounds like this is an aggressive flight.
Like the mighty moose is often underestimated for the amount of dexterity and the speed at which they can make turns. They have to fight each other after all. That is not an easy thing to do. They are duelists. They're used to taking their horns, having to go after a viable opponent.
The mighty moose is a herbivore and is prey. The mighty hippo is used to chasing away predators.
If you saw a moose, you'd fucking run. Don't even pretend you wouldn't. You would run for the goddamn hill.
I would fly.
That is time.
Tricky run.
It's tricky. Matt, I was struck by the voice of the hippo at the beginning of it, but then it quickly faded away. I'll have to take off points for that.
Understood. I will also say maneuverability is important here. Especially in the case of two massive beings in the wild. It's tough when one of the combatants halfway through the argument just gives up, and you have to convince them to keep fighting for their side. I didn't know the rules.
The hippo seems like it only needs to score one hit to win, but if it misses, that's game over for the hippo. It's really down to that one hit. I'm ready to make my judgment.
Me as well. Let us count to three. And it's 1, 2, 3, go, and we'll point to whoever we think would win this, Danny included.
I will happily count.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh!
Is it a tie?
Well, the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker.
It's down to me.
Well, I'll give you a 1, 2, 3. Oh, somebody give her a 1, 2, 3, go.
You can just pass judgment.
You can just
I know, yeah, I'm just passing judgment. Moose.
Trick it, you don't break eye contact with the judge ever. Ever.
The moose was better argued.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Moose are fucking terrifying, man.
So I get jury duty.
They are.
Don't break eye contact.
Do we keep these in the middle, the ones that we've used, and put the ones that we did not pick back?
Maybe.
Or no?
All right, we do
While we select.
Fuck.
While you two are picking your cards, I will be asking Taliesin a Tankard question.
See, somehow you still won, even though you lost.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to answer a question.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, I threw the match.
Everyone wins.
Quite the technique.
Speaking primordial, communicating with the Earth Elemental, Earth Guardian, meditating on the rocks around them, what did it mean to Ashton to begin to get in touch with his Earth side?
I mean, it's a whole new perspective on life. So it is this sudden connection to real things that have never really existed. It's not a character, Ashton has never really felt connected to anything other than other people, and that inevitably ends in tragedy every time. So it is the notion that they could be part of something bigger than themselves that feels real and feels unjudgmental and uncomplicated, and it's a relationship that feels solid. No pun intended.
I have a pitch for Ashton's superhero name.
Okay.
The
Flying
Chaos
hippo.
Gem.
I couldn't hear over hippo.
The Chaos Gem.
Interesting. The hammer needs a new name.
Please also consider flying
Fuck that
hippo.
around.
You were the flying hippo. Why would you give that up? You still are the flying hippo, you just lost.
Okay.
You both got your vibe?
I think so.
I think so.
Who do we choose first? You choose, because you won.
I think we choose Matt first because I feel like Sam should have some time to form a rebuttal.
Okay.
Well, you have to say who they are first.
Matthew?
I bring to this encounter the majestic historical combatant, Genghis Khan, with the power to summon anything from a hardware store.
Whoa!
Samuel.
My fighting avatar shall be the Marshmallow Man, who is made of guacamole.
He's the guacamole man.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
And marshmallow?
It's so layered.
It's like,
it is layered.
It's layered.
It's literally layered.
Layered
It's like the quantum food man.
Matt, please kick us off.
Wait.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, debate.
There are a lot of things in all sorts of hardware stores throughout the realm, and if Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure has taught me anything, Genghis Khan can master any of them rapidly. So to have every Home Depot at his disposal and beyond, whether it be weed whackers, churners, lawnmowers, anything that can be done, that guacamole and that marshmallow is gonna mix real fast, real good from the inside out and from the outside in.
Fuck.
A compelling argument, but I have a delicious rebuttal.
Please, go ahead.
The Marshmallow Man who's made of guacamole is not a large target, easily hit by your nail guns, your hammers, your screwdrivers, whatever Genghis might throw at him. But those objects and projectiles would just be simply absorbed into his gooey body, passing right through. He can reform like guacamole. He has...
Yes, just like guacamole. Its known power to reform. Regenerative.
Its fluidity is world renowned. It can go. It can rest on chips. It can slide down your mouth onto your shirt. But if Genghis Khan were to puncture or punch my combatant, his arm would simply just go inside and be stuck there forever. And then that's when the secret weapon comes out, which is my flavor. All I have to do is let my aromas and natural heartiness seep into the nose of Genghis Khan. He's grown up eating the food of the Huns. Was he a Hun or was that Attila? Shit, who's Genghis Khan?
But he ate their food. That's what it is.
Genghis is... Continue.
Genghis Khan, he doesn't know the sweet... Mongols, thank you. He doesn't know the sweet, delectable chewiness of a marshmallow or the spicy tanginess of guacamole. And once he tastes me, he will be unable to resist diving in head first and eating me.
And devouring, yes, indeed. And he will eat you for however long as it takes. For the years, the months it will take for him to feed his armies, who have been needing means to sustain themselves for their continuous conquering front. He can put his arm stuck in there, can summon into it whatever blender, what sort of like churning device he needs, and he will just glide through like he's riding a jet ski through your innards, just enjoying the flavor as he carves you out from the inside till you look like an internalized ant farm, and he chucks out whatever's left over to his armies as they rise up and eat what falls to the ground.
I have defeated the Ghostbusters, and I can defeat Genghis Khan, no problem.
The Ghostbusters defeated you pretty handily, just saying real.
Yeah, because other
Not from my perspective. I will say this, you still haven't overcome my secret weapon.
Another secret?
Yes!
Layered secrets, like your layered guacamole, yes.
As you slowly devour me and feed me to your armies of Huns.
Many, no, continue.
Hordes. You don't realize that something is brewing that will defeat you. It might take a while, but the scourge of high cholesterol and sugar will eventually get to you. Only consuming marshmallows and guacamole is a recipe for very unhealthy living. You will quickly find that you lack basic nutrition and nutrients and vitamins, and the sugar content of the marshmallows is far too great to sustain. You will become fat and complacent, and you will eventually just give up on the fight because you're just so enjoying my flavors.
No, see, I've enjoyed your flavors so long that indeed I may eventually fall to this delectable, terrifying end, it would only be after consuming what remains of you and winning the fight now. So yes, in the long form, maybe Genghis would crumble, but for now, he would feast upon your delightful swirl of white and green slush.
Yes, avocado.
Is avocado a superfood?
Is it avocado?
Well, let's say I'm really spicy
Also-
and it just hurts his mouth then.
Technical question, is the guacamole on the inside of the marshmallow? Like the marshmallow shell? This is really bothering me.
Guacamole.
Like a giant
Like a swirl. Like soft serve.
I assume he has marshmallow on the outside and he has a gooey inside that is made of guacamole.
Okay, so it's like a marshmallow bowl.
It's a marshmallow soup.
So Genghis just gets a bunch of long, cutleries and chainsaws and just like carves giant holes in you so the guacamole leaks out until you deflate and onto the ground, unable to move or fight back.
Yeah. However, I feel like Genghis Khan, after a while of doing such easy swipes, he'll feel like this isn't even really a fight. He craves danger, he craves conflict, he craves a true battle and a true competitor. And if he's just slicing through marshmallows for a year, he's gonna be like, this fucking sucks, I'm done.
You're right. You're so poor at winning that he gives up. Okay.
Oh my God.
Historically, he didn't have that problem, I will say. He was a very big fan of an easy target.
I think I'm overall concerned by the lack of offensive weapons that Marshmallow Avocado Man holds.
It's sad because I think Attila the Hun actually did die from overeating. Genghis Khan, yeah. The Hun was fine. But,
I brought the Huns into this at some point.
Genghis Khan. You had a
brief possible.
And one of his greatest offenses was a time-elapsed degradation of health based on him being consumed, which is in automatic loss.
Also, guacamole and marshmallow cannot be tasty together.
There's no way.
There's no way.
Maybe a guacamole flavored
Maybe
marshmallow.
we'll test this on the next four-sided die.
Not.
Oh, that
However,
sounds like one of Sam's ad bits.
I do feel like Genghis did not address the natural browning process of guacamole that would happen with exposed wounds, which I feel like was a missed opportunity.
It's a deeply missed opportunity.
But I was impressed with the vivid details of hardware used from a hardware store in all of its variety.
I would have been surprised. Yeah, I was surprised you didn't go into like the lifestyle sections. The barbecues are just available there.
Barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Propane
Only
tanks.
5 minutes.
Only had 5 minutes.
The whole gardening section, okay. Yeah, no, it's fair. It's fair.
Judges, do you feel as though you've reached a decision?
I think everyone has reached a decision.
Give me the trophy right now.
I'm not sure
I'll take it.
if the debate has started yet. Have we reached a decision?
I feel like we have.
Okay, we're gonna count. We're gonna point.
3, 2, 1.
I could have been a werewolf armed with a nail gun.
Oh my God!
Oh man!
I mean, it was a good fight, and I knew we were in.
I want that A24 movie so bad.
Yes. Oh my God.
All right.
We're gonna
Matt,
go to the final, so it's Matt versus
Taliesin.
Yeah,
okay.
Matt
But there's
has
a
to
question
answer-
first.
Matt has to answer a question first.
I gave up the dude and the Pope mobile, so I feel you.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
That's good.
Things like the Gouge Shari and the Apogee Solstice were introduced during Brennan's run on EXU Calamity. How has it been taking these concepts and fleshing them out more in this campaign?
It's been so much fun. Like, getting to collaborate with Brennan on Calamity was great because it allowed me to delve into and kind of flesh out elements of that history of Exandria that never had the opportunity to come up, and then kind of hand it to him to run with it. And so, like the Gouge Shari, being able to bring these facets of history in, now that they have context, within the greater narrative of the world, and see those having more of an impact and reaction to the players, and kind of just tie the overarching history of Exandria and different, different factions throughout. And I'm quite excited that I get to do that. It's so much fun.
I love that it is something that you've been able to really, because collaboration is so important to you. I really love that it's been able to be this really magical collaboration with Brennan and Abria and yourself and all of the people that have been brought in to share Exandria.
It's my favorite thing. I hate being a monolith. The idea of being a single person, not only is it a lot of pressure, but also it doesn't create the best work.
Yeah.
Collaboration only seeks to elevate each other. Everyone improves each other in the process. And so I'm spoiled for choice for the talent people get to work with. So like when I have the opportunity to collaborate like this, it's an absolute joy. And I think it speaks for itself in that regard.
Switch seats with
All right.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a nightmare tonight about a marshmallow man dripping with
that ain't going
guacamole.
I may have won the fight, but you definitely won the war on that one.
Yeah, that was not a victory you could savor. Cholesterol.
It's just a.
All right.
Look at them considering their options
Yes,
carefully.
let's get into this.
This is two champions, neither willing to back down.
I don't I have the wild card. I have there's a lot of options here.
You know what you're going to choose,
If you
gentlemen.
want to, you can put the wild card back and choose again.
No. I mean it's too many.
There's a wild card?
I mean what I'm saying is
Oh, see, I've never played this game either.
No.
I just assumed.
Select your cards, please, and prepare for combat.
Oh, nicely done. That was very.
Okay.
Matthew Mercer.
Yes.
No, Taliesin Jaffe, you've had more time to think about it. Please announce your fighter.
Immortal one.
my fighter is a hipster. Except there's 3 of us.
God.
3 hipsters. You fucked.
3 hipsters, a trio of hipsters against who will the hipsters' enemies be?
Not enemies, though maybe technically enemies, as they are a team. For you are combating a nudist. who exists somewhere you don't see because they're piloting an attack drone. All you hear is the distant hum growing louder. And know that somewhere, someone's not wearing any clothes.
Okay. All right.
Are you ready to start the clock?
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Debate.
Opening statement. Yeah. Opening statement. Start with the hipsters.
Well, I mean, like, clearly this is like some, like, 70s nudist shit. It's been done, like, to fucking death. Throwing a drone on it, honestly, just makes it so fucking typical at this point. What hasn't been put on a drone? I mean, fuck, you can just, like, use this, I assume this is some, like, cheap bought-off Wish drone, whatever. Nude drone, that's fine. Are you, like, making YouTube content for this or something? What, I mean, sure, I'll follow your channel. If this is what you do, nude drone, just attacking people. Nude whatever. Like, oh, you know, it's just nudity, man. Like, why you gotta be fucking weird about it?
It seems that the hipsters are attacking with apathy. What is your counter nudist drone man?
Well, for one, I feel extremely comfortable and in my element, so the confidence is perpetual. For a society that likes to cast judgment on me being my true self, I have chosen to allow them to conform to what I see as my natural state, wherever that may be, which you don't know because I'm hidden somewhere while naked as you hear the humming death approach of indeed a flesh-painted drone with a submachine gun attached to it.
Oh God.
A laser aiming reticle and a massive floppy dong that I glued to the front as well to make sure that you knew wherever I was, I'm also naked.
Well, I'm just gonna take, our three selves are just gonna go into the local brew pub that we've got around the corner. Makes their own shit, microbrewery, fresh sausages. We've got rattlesnake. We've got rabbit sausage. All sorts of interesting shit. And you can't come in there. No shoes, no shirt, no service, motherfucker.
I may not be able to come in there, but I can wait as long as it takes. I need breaks to sun my perineum. And from my yurt in Ojai, as I look at my smartphone and control your eventual death, just waiting outside, hovering quietly, waiting for you to emerge with whatever strange IPA that nobody wants to drink in your hand, and I fire these hidden rockets straight into your three sternums, and you explode in terrifying confetti.
Well, thankfully, those rockets managed to just bounce off of the collection of vintage CDs that I happen to have in my shattering easily $40 worth of Garth Brooks original, like Japanese singles that you cannot fucking find anywhere else. And you'd know that if you'd like ever heard of any of this shit, but clearly you haven't. Where would you even put some CDs? You have nowhere to play them. You've got nothing but a drone. Also, where are you holding your fucking cell phone? Like, there's got no pockets
in
for
my
it.
left hand. The right one's busy.
Holding on to the drone or the machine gun?
No, I'm a multitasker.
Okay. Maybe if you were three nudists, I would believe it, but like, yeah, I don't know.
If I were three nudists, I wouldn't need to keep myself busy. But now, I'm aggressively frustrated with your tacky interests and hobbies, and I'm going to destroy you from afar. I'm running out of missiles here, obviously, but I can instead drop Amazon packages on you from very high heights.
I mean, that could be, I am waiting for a lot of shit, that is true.
It's coming, it's convenient, and it's deadly.
Well, so all I can do at that point, I suppose I'm gonna stealthily come out, grab my fucking Amazon packages, because that's my shit. I'm gonna take it down, go into the barber shop, make sure I get nicely cleaned up, and I'm just gonna like strip down a bit, and I'm gonna join the whole nudist movement, except I've got enough like body hair going on, you can't see shit. Well, I've got the mustache, I've got the beard, and I've got everything hanging down. Yep. It's practically like its own little short set.
The nudist colony.
Except you can't see anything, because I've got just enough body
That's
hair.
not allowed. We have to see everything. That's part of the club rules. We talked about this. Where's your aggressive actions here? You've only put up defenses. How would you even attack me? How could you even hurt me? Nothing.
Dude, it's so lame, man. It's so old.
No, I hate them so much.
Fucking, this feels like a Russ Myers film at this point. I'm just depressed about the whole thing. God. I mean, really, it's been done. It's just been done.
So your primary weapon is to annoy and confound?
Whatever.
What was in the Amazon packages?
What was in the Amazon? You sent them.
You ordered them.
I mean, I ordered a lot of stuff. There's beard oil. There's just like a fuck ton of shampoo. I've got a lot of body product. I ordered a bunch of macrobiotic sodas that you can only get off the internet.
I hate you. I hate being alone, naked, and afraid.
That right hand
Not the
says
first
otherwise.
nudist I've had to fight, motherfucker.
It's a.
His friends, the nudist is alone.
That concludes the battle. That concludes the battle. Boy, that is tough.
Did we
Good
ever
game.
anticipate
Good game.
a friendship and a bond being built in the middle of a super fight?
There's a lot in common there, but yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of commonality between these guys, but they were both in their own niche and they didn't get along very well.
A lot of initial aggression from our nudist with the attack drone, but it was almost frustratingly thwarted by our three hipsters.
Three hipsters are a problem.
Cover in their microbrewery.
What do you call a group of hipsters? It's not a flock. Is it a fixie of hipsters? A fixie of hipsters.
Fixie of hipsters.
That's
pretty great.
That's pretty fucking great.
I
like
boy,
that.
I think I've got my choice. I mean,
I feel like this is a rough.
it's really tough though.
Yeah.
They're both good adversaries.
Yeah.
Do you have any more questions to ask, or are you ready to judge?
I'm ready to judge.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
That's what I like.
Tie. All right.
I went with the guy who actually had an attack weapon.
I went with the guy that confounded the dude with the dong on his attack drone.
All right, well, as the judge who is going to oversee and be this tiebreaker, I have to go with the three hipsters because I truly believe that they could annoy a nudist to the point of death.
That's actually, thank you. I feel good about that.
Valid.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, there's 3 of them, and I feel like you only have 2 missiles on that attack drone.
Yeah, I wasted them both.
I wasted them both.
The trouble is yeah, if you miss the attack too, you're still left with it.
one.
So yeah.
It's a mirror image situation.
It totally is.
I think Taliesin gets a prize for winning.
Oh, that's right.
Taliesin does get a prize for winning. I almost fell.
We got some text messages.
You also get one more question. So here's your question.
Well, she ought.
I'll ask it right now. Ashton has, well, I wrote these. Ashton has shown off some new Chaos Burst abilities. Say that 3 times fast. Can you tell us some more about what these new abilities do?
It's a fun thing I get at this level, which I've been really looking forward to, which is once in a blue moon, or is it short rest? It's a short rest. It's a short rest. It's a fun little retort when somebody hits, or when I get hit with an attack that I really don't want. I get to roll a d4, and something's gonna happen. So hopefully something helpful. Usually pretty helpful.
Or there's only 4 options.
There's 4 options, and I find out which one I get.
Can you tell us 1 or 2 of the 4 without giving them all away?
I would need my character sheet in front of me, but the one I got to use was allowed me to teleport whoever was fighting me 30 feet away.
That's right.
Teleport was awesome.
Teleport was awesome. There and like, oh god, I'm trying to remember one of the other ones. Oh god, I'm trying to remember them. I should have.
That's okay. They'll show up in the campaign.
Yeah, they'll show up in the campaign.
Fair
You
enough.
said 1, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
the one we saw, but whatever.
Yeah, being able to throw them through a teleportation hole is really great. I also like that it's not locked into my current state. Also, that it's its own
randomization.
Is really fun.
And the prize?
Good times.
And your very special prize
Oh no.
Ooh.
is a DS copy of How to Stop Smoking.
What?
A what? Show the camera?
What?
A Nintendo DS?
Live by the
I
hipster,
stopped
die by the
smoking.
hipster.
Quit
God, I
for
hate
good. Is that real?
There's an Ubisoft logo on it.
I want to know why. You have to ask Kyle. I'm
Kyle,
Lee's
why?
messenger.
Respect that. Respect the cackle.
What the?
Is it English on the back?
I mean, yeah, with Alan Carr. My stop smoking coach with Alan Carr.
Your uncle?
No relation. No relation.
I don't know Alan
It's
Carr.
an
but
interactive
maybe.
game that provides customized feedback and the impetus to help you quit once and for all.
Wow.
And there's like a little, I don't like that. Is that the graphics? I don't.
Yeah, it is.
There's a little stick
it's just
person.
Like stick figures.
It's like Teen Girl Squad is happening on the back
Is there
here.
a forgotten consequence?
It's like
as well?
Trogdor made this.
Yes, there is. So as we know, there are always consequences for those who knock down our tower. They change every episode. So I'm going to tell you what the consequences were.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Our consequences
We'll
for
get to
this
that in a
evening.
second, because that's amazing.
Our consequences. I know how to speak. Our consequences for this evening were that while playing Superfight, you are only allowed to frame your arguments in terms of how many Travis Willinghams your fighter could fight, eat, lift, romance, etc.
That's pretty slick.
That would have been good. That's how I think about life anyway.
Yeah.
What did you find on this smoking pack?
Boy.
It has a quote in the back. I'm pleased to say Alan Carr's Easy Way method has worked for many of my friends and my staff. Sir Richard Branson.
Wow.
Now I just want to imagine him with a DS.
And
like, does
some
he own?
private Virgin plane sitting there with his Nintendo DS going.
I just hope you
It's
put that in
massive.
the DS and the DS just starts smoking, and it's a great joke.
Richard Branson got paid.
Oh my God,
for
it's
that
even
quote?
better. Oh my God, wait. Alan Carr's Easy Way method was such a revelation that instantly I was freed from my addiction. Sir Anthony Hopkins.
What?
I mean, I'm blind, but I'm.
Anthony Hopkins was on it.
No.
They're just doing all the search. They're just like, gather the night hoods, get rid of their cigs.
What it says?
Straight up.
That's what it says.
Wow.
That's what it says.
Sir Ben Kingsley somewhere going like,
Yeah.
I didn't play it.
2 out of 3 nights.
Wow. That's the epilepsy warning on the back, though. Stop smoking. Have a seizure.
I haven't seen a big video logo in a long time. That's a date.
That's all the time we have on this here four-sided dive. Thank you, Taliesin, Matt, myself, Sam, and of course our lore keeper, Danny Carr. And I guess I have to clean up after everyone's down. That's the thing. Thank you guys. Moppo.
Living hell.
Has the music started yet?
Friends around the table, time to celebrate. It's a party, hit the lights, here we go. Waste the night away with a little escape. It's a chance to lose control. So let's just leave this world behind. Everybody come on, take a dive. One by one we roll the dice, come on.
Oh, my face hurt.
Oh, that was painful. Oh, that was fun.
Oh, it worked, sire. They love your cat bits, and soon they'll love you and own